Good morning. Lord Brown Bear, Tenwood, good to see you guys. Hope you're all having a glorious day. What kind of brown bear? Oh dear. Well, horny is usually easier to handle, but I'm not sure how that's gonna work. Also, to be fair, usually when people suggest violent options in the chat, my character is not in the position to do something like that. We are not exactly role-playing as a crazy person. Although, don't get me wrong, I have entertained the idea of doing a psychotic run of Pillars of Eternity in the future. Endless Legend 2? Yep. We had a nice long discussion about that yesterday, Tenwood. It's good to see that everything you were hoping for seems to have gotten confirmed, and I'm looking forward, based on what we've seen, to seeing how that'll go. It does look interesting, I'll give them that. Just hopefully they've learned how to clarify their tooltips a little better so I don't rage at it like I did Endless Space 2. Playing PoE, I'm currently checking who's okay to murder and who isn't. I have no idea. I'd have to go looking into that, Lord Brownbear. I am not sure which one it is, but I would find it hilarious if you could do a run where you actually finish the game while still killing the maximum number of people possible, just to see how that would affect the ending. Okay, we were about to run into a dragon, weren't we? Yup. We've learned that killing people with strong souls doesn't affect reputation, but attacking anyone in public promotes everyone on the map. I know the only one you can't kill is Lady Webb. Oh dear. I'm playing angry and violent, but not crazy. Well, that's also good because if you kill everyone immediately, one, it's going to be very difficult, and two, you're not going to get any quests, which means you're not... Oh. I didn't realize we were being spotted. Oh. What is with your eye, good sir? What is with that face?
Ain't
what?
She a beauty?
The game is just going to have us immediately fall into combat, isn't it? Oh, no. Interesting. It has like a beak, which is weird. I'm playing a... Oh, yes, you mentioned K-Tog, which is Gortrek backwards. Yes, I remember Lord Remember. Genuinely kill the dragon. I'm definitely thinking that's a good idea. A creature of smoke, scale, ember, and talon looms up from the darkness. Her back and ribs gleam luridly, red as the lake of fire that laps at her feet. She hisses, the sound like rocks grating together in her throat, and through her peeled-back lips forms no words you understand.
Who comes now to stoke the flames of chaos further? Have I not yet feasted enough? I suppose I can make room for another.
Not a would for me, but I know many a monster fucker for whom it would be. I mean, it's vaguely humanoid at least. Did you see the screenshots I sent in regards to the avowed character creator? I did. It's probably a very good sign that you seemingly can make very, very pretty characters and incredibly ugly characters. That's always a strong point for character generation.
Just realized how lucky we are to have never run across a sewer dragon.
Adair, I don't like that idea. I don't like that you've put that idea into the world. I don't like that you've put that idea into my head. Please shut up.
Start with the bird. He's been complaining ever since we arrived.
Maya glares down at Ishi, who cocks his head at her. A dry laugh crackles from the dragon's thick-scaled throat. Sewer Dragon BRB, writing notes. No, no, no. Return to the wheel. Attack me, beast. It'll be the last thing you do. We can't. Nope. Aggressive. We can't do that. The Rathoons summoned you, and so you slaughtered them.
We struck a deal. Eons ago. I did with a wily Brenthis. It's true these Rathoon fed me exquisitely for so long. But today, they sought my wings like a firestorm to battle. My fangs like hot spears to pierce a god. I am the heart of the fire. I cannot be controlled. Not by a giant's weak will, and not by a sputtering trinket.
What was the nature of the deal you struck with them? The beast grates a loud, insidious laugh.
The Rathoon would pay their tributes of flesh and blood, fire and gold. And I, when called upon, would fight fiercely at their side.
Are all dragons just assholes? I mean, not all of them, if only because we've seen Lengrath with 2 of them, that they seem to be in a fairly, you know, I don't know, friendly would be the correct word, but as friendly as we've seen relationship. It does seem, though, that wild dragons are the epitome of pride. Like, we saw the scene in the previous stream of the Rathoon coming in and basically being like, oh, we hold you to the oath that you made in the name of Magra and all that stuff. Because, of course, the Rathoon saw a giant dragon made out of lava and fire, and we're like, oh, it must be a sign from Magrin that we're meant to, like, not worship it, but, like, it is a symbol of Magrin's capabilities. Meanwhile, the dragon's just like, wow, these dumb motherfuckers are feeding me for nothing, and they claim that they have a deal with me. I'm just going to eat my fill, and the next time they ask me to do something, I'm just going to tell them to fuck off. Because near as we can tell, the dragons don't worship or respect the gods at all. Which leads me to believe that dragons in Eora predate the Ingwithans in terms of, like intelligent dragons that have existed are, some of them at least, are older than the Ingwithans themselves. They see no, the sea dragon did somewhat. You are correct, Tenwin. Though that one was a specific deal with one dragon to one god. The sea dragon only respected Ngati. There's no real sense of the pantheon as a whole. And again, that's one dragon. So yeah, you're right. That could mean that there's more of that. But everything else we've seen, especially the sky dragon, being willing to just destroy a Hylian temple and everyone inside of it in the first game. I just get the feeling that the dragons, maybe they don't know that the gods are the Ingwithans, but I think they feel, I don't know, it's kind of weird. The dragons seem to have a combination of natural affinity for elemental magic, as well as maybe some minor animancy with the way that they behave, they act, and the way they can communicate without actually speaking. They essentially have a psychic voice from the sound of it. I think it might be a case that the dragons on some instinctual level know that the gods are not gods, but that they're just the amalgamations of Kith's souls. And that means that because they're dragons, they don't see any reason to listen to the gods unless they do it on their terms.
That arrogant priestess thought to ride me, the magma that fires the mountain. She sought to command me. So I consumed her. The Rathoon forged their deal when I was but a hatchling. Now no one controls me, and I would never fight a god for fools.
A giant riding a dragon would have been gangster to hell. It would indeed.
You know, Raotai might be interested in a similar arrangement. I could put you in touch with the right people.
Maya wink. I'm about to say, I know Takeu's like, oh, I don't like that, but then I actually like this. Raises his finger to speak up and slowly lowers it. Yeah, Takeu, do you not remember the fucking dragon that we had to deal with in your temple? done by your people with a deal between them and the dragon, you may want to just shut the hell up, okay? The dragon snorts smoke from her snout. I think they could. You're forgetting how wide her back is. I think a Rathun could easily sit on the back of that.
Perhaps I shall yet allow you to live.
So you tricked the Rathun.
Indeed, I did. But you seem far more clever.
I must reach Aothas in the depths of the maw, and I cannot allow anything to stop.
You think to ride me, the great firestorm in the maw, to meet a blustering god?
The massive beast's chuckle rolls out like thunder, but acrid smoke puffs from her nostrils, underscoring her immense anger.
If the Rathun could not tame me, why should a little wretch like you fare better?
I meant more the weight to size ratio. Tenwen, if that's the case, dragons should never be able to fight. I mean, look at that tail. That tail looks like it's made out of solid stone and is almost the size of her torso. Weight to size ratio means nothing in a fantasy setting for the most part. You just throw me in the general direction, that would work. Do you know of a physical path to reach the lower reaches or not? Slowly, she flexes her wings. They sizzle and pop, nearly steaming.
I shall tell you this much, if only to keep you from my wings. Your path to Aethys lies through Margren, through her shrine within the Rathun's keep. Igniting Margren's shrine lowers it into the maw, so that a Brenthis may worship before the Ardra pillar. See?
How can I ignite the shrine to Margren within their keep?
Why, I believe the Brenthis has the means you seek. A certain talk that she tried to wield against me.
Jadaferlas, the ancient, laves the tip of an incisor with her tongue.
Sadly for her, its power could not hold a flame to mine. But as it was the Brenthis' last sacrificial offering to me, you understand why I shall not allow it to be stolen.
You'd still kill the dragon, it's generally worthwhile to do so. Yeah, I mean, we can try. I'm willing to try. We saved right before this. Then I'm afraid we have come to an impasse. If you will not give up that treasure, and you will not aid me against Aothys, then in my role as the Herald of Bereth, it is time for you to return to the wheel. The dragon's rumbling laughter rattles the cavern floor. Her wings quiver as she moves to attack. Hey, Adair, you want to try kicking a dragon in the nuts? And then we're going to... Blinded for 30 seconds. Accuracy versus fortitude. Okay. Game, I'd really appreciate it if you could let me see their defensive stats. That'd be nice. Switch to auto attack. In fact, switch everybody to just auto attack. I don't want to be wasting spells right now. Thank you. I'm going to have me pull back. You go over here. Jody, I want you to go on the flank. Takehu, you go here. Adair, you are kicking him, correct? Yes. Good. And go. Okay, 2 points of concentration. Very weak on the reflex saves. Very solid on everything else. Ooh, her physical defense is actually... Well, that could be the disorientated in flight causing that, but still... Also, immunity to intellect afflictions and resistance to might, dexterity, and resolve afflictions. Okay. Let's get going then. Jody, I want you right there. That'll be... Okay. Let me see what we've got here. What do we got here? Touch of Death. That's first that. Anything else? Pillar is versus Reflex. The hobbled effect is versus fortitude, but the actual damage is versus reflex, so I'm willing to go with that. Target of death versus will, that's her strongest save. That's not going to be very good, so yes. Go ahead and reduce the size to increase the potency. Go ahead and mark him. Have the bird move in. Yep. Good job, Adair. Go ahead and give me a confounding strike. Jody, give me... Let me see here. Give me a defensive bonus. Let's go. There we go. 2 shots from me. Defense is down to 95 there. Nope, that's going to hit that. That's going to hit that. That's fortitude. Unfortunately, a lot of my abilities are not very good here because they target everything except reflex, but that's fine. Go ahead and summon up the Visage of Consul Hot for that raw damage. Maya, go ahead and... 20% of weapon damage per 3 seconds. That is versus deflection, so yes, go ahead and use that. Adair, get your confounding strike in. Thank you. Jody. I'm assuming, yes, immunity to fire attacks. Okay. Figured as much. So that makes Magrin's Might pretty fucking useless. We're gonna go with... Yes, go ahead and summon up the Blessing of Whale. Ishi, just attack. That's all you need to do. Good shot. Good shot. Wall of Frost, Entropy, Avenging Storm. Well, the plan is for him to not get hit, so preferably that would be good. Granting a whole bunch of armor resistance. I imagine that would probably be a good idea. But Blast of Frost is also really good. Yep, go ahead and just start dumping spells. I want to see spell casting every single time. There we go. His ability is down. Let's go ahead and put a blind on him, please. He is still blinded for 13 seconds, actually. Hold on. That's the case. Let's go ahead with a Disintegrate. Maya. Nothing I can do there, really. I don't think there's anything else I want to do there. Entropy Guard. Mobilizing them, using their allies, become touched by the Eye of Rimmergan. 100% enemy crit to hit chance with non-veil piercing attacks. 50% incoming damage for non-veil piercing attack. Okay. Conjure Greater Blight, Ball Lightning, Corrosive Breath, Gaunt's Pledge. No, don't need to do anything of that. Ooh. Alright, I gotta remember that. 25% or lower. She has the actual chance to do that. That would be amazing if it worked. Alright. Alright, Jody. What else have we got? Aothis, that's fire damage. Dismissal doesn't help. That's fire damage. Spark of the Righteous. Let's go ahead and throw that on our frontliners. Oh dear. That is going to be fire damage. Looks like he's focusing it there. Son of a bitch. Shit. Okay, no. Fuck. Move that there. Adair. Try to kick him. Oh my god, that worked. That worked. Get kicked in the nuts, dragon. Okay, so to beat the dragon, I suggest using a D's nut joke. Personally, I recommend the Willidus strat. Ah, yes. Okay, he's down again. Give me another Blast of Frost to Kehu. She's still casting her spells. She's still casting her spells. Concussive Tranquilizer. Beneficial effects. He does not have any beneficial effects, so that's not a problem. Thorny Roots immobilized for 26 seconds. That's actually not a bad idea. Go ahead and fire that off next. Did we get... Yes, the disintegration went off. Nice. And it hit. It didn't even graze. It hit. Oh, perfect. Perfect. That's burn damage, so that's useless. 108. We've got a chance. Let's see if we can borrow Instinct and further reduce her abilities. She's still casting the buff. Good. No, no, no. You cast the right... You did cast it, right? Jody, you did cast it, right? Yes, Spark of the Soul. Good. Good, 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 good. Resurrection, Storm of Holy Fire. That's not going to help. Spiritual Ally. That actually sounds like a good idea. Anything that adds yet more targets for him to have to deal with. Good damage, good damage. He's already bloodied. What is she doing? Face my flames, stir your death. She's about to use a healing ability. Adair! Kick him in the balls. What else can we do? What else can we do? We can try mental binding and see if that works. There we go. Why did my guy not do it? Cast mental binding. Grazes him. That's fine. Immobilized for 8.9 seconds. I'll take it. Champion's Boon, Wicked Briars, Revive the Fallen. Yeah, okay, that's good, that's good. Let's go ahead and... Ooh. Can't quite get... Oh, if I cast it right there, it's everyone but Jody, and that's fine by me. Okay. Stay alive, Takehu. You're doing fine, buddy. Jody, if this works, I'm gonna laugh my ass off. Get instant death, nerd. Oh, that was perfect. That was fucking perfect. Jody just walked up and stabbed him in the fucking ankle and killed him. Oh, I feel bad that we're probably not going to get this maxed out because we can never bring her around when there's fucking spirits to kill. Oh, that's good. Adair fucking abused that dragon repeatedly. Ooh, a Magma Dragon Gizzard Stone. Powerful arcane energies within the Magma Dragon crop and fuse these stones into a heavy blazing orb. Nice. I'll take that. Thank you very much. Sin, welcome. You showed up just in time for... Why is this counted as stealing? There's nobody fucking here. Ooh. Aldris, Blade of Captain Crow. Ooh. Additional damage with saber attacks. Exceptional. Deal shock damage to target on a critical hit and 10% damage as shock. Wielder gains 8 health on a critical hit. Ooh, that would be good for a crit build. Aldous the Green, the humble blacksmith's apprentice, fashioned this beautiful saber, and the blade was polished steel and the basket hilt made from the jackdaw, with feathers silky and black as jet. He presented it as a wedding gift to his betrothed, Lila, a druid of storms. On their wedding day, Aldous presented his beloved this weapon. After the vows, Layla imbued the blade with the power of storms, etching her husband's name along the fuller in glowing green runes. The celebration was short-lived. Under a blackened sky, the procession came under attack by the dreaded Captain Crow, commander of the Storm Raven and his band of cutthroats. Lila attempted to defend her beloved, but she and Aldous were both cut down. The Buccaneers sacked the wedding and killed all who resisted. In the years that followed, Captain Crow used the blade of Aldous to cut a bloody swath through the Dreadfire, killing and plundering and wielding the weapon's lightning with abandon. The saber's powers, unchecked by its cruel wielder, eventually scorched the feathers and flesh from the jackdaw and stained the blade with its victim's blackened blood. Well, that was dark as shit to learn about. Holy crap. And yes, you can use Kraken's Eye to crit Superb, and you can use the Magma Dragon Gizzard Stone to get Legendary. Very nice. Ooh, and its upgrade converts hits to crits. Oh, on a crit build, this thing would be amazing. Well, let's go ahead and grab all the money, too. Thank you for the resources. Thank you for the money. Ooh, Ajamut's Stalking Cloak. 5% damage to weapon attacks made from stealth, 5 accuracy to weapon attacks made from stealth, attacks made from stealth stun the target. Ooh, +1 perception, +2 to stealth. Sadly, the sword is kind of ugly in your opinion. I mean, luckily in isometric RPGs, looks are not nearly as important as like MMO RPGs and stuff like that, where you're constantly looking at your character close up. Amajut's life was one of sacrifice. As the matron huntress, it fell to her to feed her nomadic tribe. In order to provide, she lived apart, tirelessly stalking the herds. Her tribe followed her, always one horizon behind, as if not to disturb the hunt. When the tribe saw the glow of a distant fire, they knew their huntress had made a kill and followed forward. Arriving at the dying coals, they would find a fresh carcass, trussed and dressed. Ajamut already inevitably had moved on. Ajamut was known for her ability to soundlessly approach her quarry and strike with deadly precision. The howling winds and bitter cold offered few second chances, and this cloak helped to conceal her both on the open tundra and under dark forests, as its subtle pattern disguised her silhouette from even the most keen-eyed of prey. Breaking to Radrick's hold except going through the front gate and bathing in the blood of his mercenaries. The closer you get to the dimly lit essence that smolders over the Rathun's burnt corpse, the stronger you feel the soul flickering confusion and grief. Ashen, crooked fingers clutch a still flaming torque, grasping the relic tightly even in death. Reach for the soul. Oh, hold on, let me take a sip. Ah. Time for drama? Oh, is this going to be juicy? Rather than falling face forward into the vision of the Rathun's final memory, her last thoughts scream through your mind in a jumble of disjointed words and disbelief.
I am burning! I am burning! I am burning! And it is not in pleasure, not for Mother Margaret. I should have listened when she said nothing. But I was willing to die to reach the Everflame, to sacrifice them and everything to ash, to vanquish the Defiler. And I am burning, but not in the flame. Not with honor and eternity, but for a moment. I am disgraced.
I'll say, yeah, the voice actor is going hard on that one. Dig deeper into the final memory.
Who will lay the talk before the mother to fire the way? Who is left? Who will guard the sacred spire, the mother's mind? Who will descend the shrine to the Defiler's god's face? Not to these hands that are ashes sifting on a breath that is a last sigh of a wretchedly snuffed life. Not to me and mine. Now she who was blackened and befouled and forsaken by the flames, forsaken by Margaret.
I do kind of like how the voice actress did this, because I can almost feel my character trying to interject, and every single time she just keeps rambling, and eventually my guy's just like, you know what, fuck it, just grab the torque, let's go. Twisting the torque free cracks off 3 of the priestess's blackened, brittle fingers. This eternally burning torque was forged by Magrin herself and bestowed upon the Rathun as a symbol of their submission to the goddess's will. Bithak-ten is a Rathun word, roughly translating to Everflame. Ooh. With a final flicker, a last, swift and violent shudder, the soul dims and disintegrates.
Rest easy now, priestess. I'll harvest your soul and your torment, too.
Coaxing the soul with a low and soothing voice, Jyoti jingles her lantern over the priestess's charred corpse. There's not much left after the trauma the soul endured, but a few glimmering motes whirl around the soft light before fading into the lantern. Alright. Alright, now we need to get over to the other side of the Rathun Keep. Honestly, as far as dragon fights went, that was, I think, the smoothest we've had in the entire series so far. You are quite overleveled, to be fair. Yeah, I know. Let me have this moment, Tenwin. We're eventually going to get back into content that is way overleveled for me, like we saw with the boss fight last time. There will be enough rage later. Let me have this moment, please.
Still as a pond.
Move carefully. Oh, yeah, that's Magrin's symbol, all right. Oh. Are you, oh. Peaked at spotting you, the strapping warrior slams her shield against the floor, rattling the stones beneath your feet.
Scurriers in my keep, make ready to be crushed, vermin of Eothas.
Hold. Hold, look. I recovered this from your fallen Brenthis.
You felled her? And her dragon?
With a deep-chested growl, the warrior continues to ready her sword to strike. Strapping? I don't know. Blame the narrator's the one saying this stuff. Yeah, the narrator's the one saying this stuff. I guess the narrator needs some too. I'm afraid not. It was the dragon who killed her, not me. She stills, red scrawls in her skin flickering as she grimly appraises you. A muscle ticks in her jaw, but finally she sheaths her sword.
Then the Bathor will decide your fate. He awaits at the back of the keep.
Okay, well, that's nice. Thank you for not immediately attacking us. Do we have to go there, or do I explore first? I'm kind of worried. I'm worried that if I go...
We aren't gonna fight them all at once. Better yet, what if we didn't fight them at all?
Explore as you wish? Okay, good. I was worried that if I start exploring, they're gonna, like, turn hostile or something. Or that if I go to talk with the person, we just automatically skip stuff. Which I would rather not happen. Also, that ad is gonna start playing here soon. What is that? Potion of major healing? Thank you.
Yours to command, Captain.
Let's see here. Ishi, you probably have the fastest attack now that I think about it. Can you break these barrels open? Oh, god damn it. You can.
I'm listening.
Not much
Your
in
orders.
here.
What's on your mind, cutie? Not a problem,
Yep.
you were saying?
Don't shoot the gunpowder barrel. That's what we don't want. Okay. So all you guys are hanging out over here. Can we break that? Thank you. And break that. Thank you. No, no, no. Don't break the M4. Those are explosive.
What do you need?
That is shit. The ad's playing. My apologies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And for the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. There we go. I hope you all are having a great day. I'm having a really good day, honestly. Thank God it is Friday, though. Thank God it's Friday. Cannot wait for the weekend. Come on, Ed, finish up. We got more stuff to do. We got more progress to make. I want to actually get down there and start talking to Aothas. I highly doubt we're actually going to fight him this time around. All right, there we go. Grab that. Grab that. Okay, so that loops into the rest of the Rthun. Good to know. Head back this way. And then we'll head down next. Your track record against giant vessels isn't the best. Oh, I know. I know. To be fair, again, if Aothas' plan is what I think it is, we might actually have a very similar alignment in terms of our end game.
Would you?
Oh. What did you find? I hate it when it does that. Where? It really shouldn't say hidden object. It should say hidden.
How does one possess the time to collect
Shut
this
up,
many
Console Hot.
fish?
What did you find? Where is it? Kind of tempted to give the Endless Legends one another spin. I was also considering that after Tenwin showed me the trailer. What did you find? Where is it? Is anybody else seeing anything? I don't see any purples. It's all the way over here. It wasn't even on the screen. It was supposed to be undead Rthun? Because there was vessel flesh on it. That's interesting. Oh. Rock slide has collapsed this section of the keep. There we go. Sacrifice to the goddess is the noblest of death. Magrin will honor his soul. I mean, it does appear that we've managed to avoid a big fight here, which is nice. Hello. Is in that transition period to ES1 and ES2, meaning it's a bit janky. Oof. Rthun Fanatic, Rthun Flamecaller, Greater Flame Blight. Blades of these weapons have warped after prolonged exposure to the lava's heat. Fine Warhammer, some... Ooh. Napped Scoria Figurine. Summons 2 magma oozes. Huh. Small idol demonstrates surprisingly detailed work for a Rthun craftsman. It bears several magranite markings, though the artistry is crude. Smoke wafts occasionally from the porous stone and stains whatever it touched with soot and ash. Well, at least we didn't have to fight all of you guys. Oh, and I guess that isn't connect shit. Ugh. I guess I need to go back and explore that. Hold on. God damn it, game. I assumed that the way it was setting up, like it linked into this room, and I didn't realize that room was its own thing. Also, I didn't even realize that this was a separate room. Thank you for the sword. Fireless in death, this warrior's body is being ceremoniously prepared for cremation. That makes sense. Yeah, it's a good thing we didn't have to fight all of you guys. Also, the final DLC of Endless Legend was kind of broke. It was never fixed. I've noticed that seems to be a recurring trend with Amplitude's games, because I think, didn't Seth say that the exact same thing happened with the final Endless Space 2 DLC? Oh, those are all regular barrels. Jody, you actually, I think, have the fastest attack speed. There we go. Just go ahead and break those up for me, if you would, please. Thank you.
Happy to...
What's in there? Gunpowder. Nice. Thank you for the item. Oh, and then it's... Oh, god damn it. So I should have gone here first. God damn it, game. Are we done exploring? Yes. That whole side is covered. That whole side is covered. The only way we can go is forward. There we go. Yep. Now, speaking of Endless Space 2, I was a little bit bored yesterday when I finished up the stuff I did on Thursdays, and I did actually play a little bit of Endless Space 2. Not the Vultures playthrough, don't worry, I didn't progress any of that. But I did load up the United Empire just to see how they played in the early game, and it's very weird, considering Vultures was my first experience, how different they play than everybody else.
Supposing this volcano blows, what are the odds any of us but Gone survives it?
Jody...
Too late to turn around, Captain?
A little bit, yeah. You ego burr. Yeah, I also see why they end up being the most, like... The game kind of really encourages, like, oh, you should really investigate these minor factions and minor species and invite them into your empire. Whereas the United Empire is very much like, yeah, we'll invite you in for a little bit, but then inevitably we're going to replace your pops with our own because influence go...
I can see the fury burning in her eyes.
When the warlord spots you, his shoulders stiffen and he reaches for the mace strapped to his back.
Kith, how is it you have come to be here? Nay, it is of little matter.
We do not have time for this. I must reach Aothis quickly.
And to do that without my permission, you would need to triumph over the Rithun.
He signals for his warriors to close in around you. Any other thoughts on the UE? I mean, I didn't get very far, Tenwin. I was just experimenting with some of their stuff. Their exploration vessels suck, because they have like half as many probes. I was already having problems exploring as the Vultures, and the Vultures can carry a shit ton of probes and move faster. The fucking United Empire's basic exploration ship moves slower and has fewer probes, and it's fucking annoying. But the rest has gone... As I said, I didn't get very far, Sint. I think I played like 20 turns just to get an idea of how the beginning of their game goes. Let me see here. Do I think I have... Yeah, I have a high enough intellect for that. Is your pride worth more than the lives of your remaining warriors? Can you afford to lose any more right now?
Think you could fell even one of my warriors? You may be right. Even one loss is a blow I cannot currently risk. Aothis deserves death, not words. The Defiler God has brought war to Ashen Moor in revenge against Margaret and her Rithun.
The warlord regards you hotly, fire sweat dripping from his neck. His surrounding warriors clang their weapons against their chests or the floor, clamoring for blood. Yeah, I could have carved my way here if I wanted to, but that's not my point. Exactly.
What is your relation to Aothis, if not to act with him against Margaret?
Wouldn't care less if Aothis snuffs out every one of you. I need only discern his aim. Aothis stole part of my soul. I need it back. I'm here asking about his intention with the Deadfire. Unfortunately, Bareth has willed that I intervene with Aothis.
Mere Kith are seldom agents of such a powerful deity.
My dude, something tells me you have not encountered the amount of people that I've had to deal with that have claimed to talk to one of the gods. Trust me, it happens way more than you think.
If you have no plans to defend the Defiler God, then we've no quarrel with you, Kith. We are prepared to assault Aothis at the base of the moor.
The warlord gestures to the shrine of Magran behind him.
The shrine will lower us to the sacred Ardra Pillar, where the embodied god now gluts himself.
I ask that you let me through. I must speak with Aothis first, and I may be able to convince him to leave this place.
Even if I believed you, I cannot do such a thing.
He shakes his head, eyes burning and fiercely intent.
We guard the sacred depths of the moor. None may freely enter. Thus the shrine lies dormant, locked without the talk of Bethacton.
He shoves his shoulders back with pride.
Our High Priestess. The Brenthis is the talk's rightful bearer, but she has yet to return to the keep.
I'm afraid that I found your Brenthis. She is dead.
Then it is as I feared, and as I felt. Her flames have been extinguished. I do not share the Brenthis' ability to commune with Margaret, but I must believe the goddess would will us to fight. We must make a final stand.
If you assault Aothus as he is now, your people will be slaughtered.
To die for Margon is the greatest honor. We live only to protect the goddess and to serve her will. And Margon has obliterated Aothus before, has she not?
That was a very unique circumstance, and you know... Well, actually, you probably don't know it. All you probably know is Magrin sent big boom, Aothus went explode. Ugh. Yeah, eyeless analog, yeah. That, or they're essentially like a step up from the traditional fire godlike in some regard. Like, when their fires are out on some of their bodies, they do kind of resemble a Maua, just even bigger. So I have to wonder if it was... Actually, it would kind of make sense. It would actually make sense. Abaddon made the eyeless, like, from scratch. It would actually kind of make sense if Magrin instead picked a group of Kith or Wilder and ascended them into a race of basically entirely godlikes, just allowing them to also still have the ability to reproduce. I have the torque.
I heard shouts of your triumph preceding you. It would seem you are unparalleled among your kind. And mine. What became of the ancient? Jorda Fairless? Triumph will be nigh impossible without her.
About that.
What makes you think something happened to her?
Jody, let me do the talking, please, for the love of God. I love all of you guys. You are my companions, you are my friends, but none of you know how to speak to people, I swear to God. Face beat red, Jody chokes, pounding on her chest as she struggles for air.
Where to begin? Captain?
I said, please all of you stop talking. The warlord tilts his head as if considering the true meaning to your companion's reaction. Growing distrustful, he tightens his grip on his base. See, this is what I mean. This is why I do the talking and none of the rest of you do. You all suck at it.
You will answer me, Kith, without trickery or lies.
He glowers, impatient. Oh, good for you. I have a reputation for being honest. The dragon is dead.
Impossible. A flame as bright as the ancients cannot be so easily extinguished.
He shakes his head grimly. She attempted to kill me, so I killed her.
I was a fool for trusting you. Have you any fathom of the doom you have wrought us? You shall explain, or forthwith perish on the end of my mace.
She was never going to help you. Her loyalty was a sham. Enraged, the warlord lunges towards you, mace raised. The rest of his warriors hulk and shout, surging after him into battle. Okay, fine. Let's do this the hard way. Jackass. Takehu, if you would be so kind as to just drop fucking ice on their heads. Maybe option 2 would have been better there. I doubt it. I don't think that would have really helped, all things considered. Let's see if we can mind control one of them to make our job a little bit easier. Takehu, drop. Drop the ice. Define Mar. Do we want to do that first? Ionic projection actually would not be the worst idea. But I want them to bunch up first. Hey there. I told you specifically to kick him. Please do so. That guy is summoning a fire spell. That is not good. 59, 59, 59, 89. So yeah, mind control one of them. Wow, their reflex save sucks. But yes, go ahead and shoot him. Okay. Jody, if you'd be so kind, now that they are all bunched up, I would appreciate it if you would just... right there. Go. Oh, wow. Did that just one? I think she just one-shotted them. Nice going. Okay. And then we're gonna waterboard all of you. Bang. And bang. Oh, wow. This went... God damn, dude. I'm sorry, but we're over-leveled to sin and you're not having a good day. Well, I tried.
Of course.
The Rathun won't be much of a problem now. There's not going to be many of them left at this rate. What does that say? Massive chains hold the weight of the shrine's conveyable platform. It's a much more traditional depiction of Magrin compared to how we've seen her in the God Talk scenes. Talk no jutsu is my way past the dragon and the giants. Yeah, I feel like killing the dragon is directly what led to this problem. They were not very happy that we did that. You stand before the shrine of Magrin, goddess of flame and war. Lifting your eyes, fiery motes begin to streak across your vision as you stare into the imposing cast of her likeness. Oh, great. Auntie Magrin wants to talk now. For the span of a single breath, everything falls eerily silent. The Rathun behind you in the fortress fade away. Flames to either side of you flicker higher, dancing without sound, but the heat remains real, licking at your skin. The metal groans as Magrin's statue bends her head to you in greeting.
Watcher, the time does not allow for niceties.
Yeah, no shit. So say what you gotta say and we gotta move on. Her words flow like lava from her lips, like the trails that burble hotly from her eyes.
Even now, Aethys gains strength from the spire. What progress have you to report?
Your Rathun have constantly gotten in my way, so I was forced to remove them.
It is the fool that fights an ally during the hours of
you...
chaos before a victory. A battlefield can change in the blink of an eye, or the rattle of a dying commander's last breath.
These people are your quote-unquote chosen people who you have supposedly been in contact with fairly constantly, so why the fuck didn't you tell them I was coming to help? You could have spoken to them. You could have done something. Notice that we are having this conversation right now in front of their still smoldering corpses. You could have intervened with this. You could have said something about this. I tried to be diplomatic, and they tried to cave my skull in. Fuck you. We're moving on. She leans forward, the copper of her corded arms gleaming from the blustering flames. She tugs her sword free from her plinth, and the entire shrine shudders with heat.
The Rathun were not fit to serve their purpose. Thus it is of inconsequential matter to me.
And there it is. More blatant fucking hypocrisy from the gods. Oh, we want to guide and guard the rest of Aeora. By the way, this people that I have told for millennia were my chosen people, not actually that fit to serve, not actually what I say. Fuck you, Magrin. God, I would... You know what? When I'm done here, I'm sending a letter to Durance, and I'm telling him where this fortress is, and I hope he comes by and he dismantles it brick by fucking brick.
Presently, I shall erupt this volcano, and with it, consume Aethys. I suggest you retreat if you at all value your mortal form.
He'll do it too, exactly, Lord Brownmere. He will do it. I need more time to reach Aethys.
I can give you only the moments more it takes me to fully fire the depths of this maw. After that, I will not stay the assault. Even for you. Fare thee on, Watcher. My condolences, should you die.
She inclines her head once more in a stalwart farewell. You know, I'm just gonna channel Durance for a moment and just say, you blazing whore. The avatar of the goddess flashes over the imposing statue before you, and as the image fades, her absence leaves the shrine cold and deathly silent. A statue of Magrin towers above you, bloodied and battle-ready. The goddess clutches both sword and shield. At the base of the statue, a rectangular, iron-slatted altar rests between two unlit braziers. Examine the altar. The slatted top of the altar has been hammered silver water smooth, save for a singular groove notched deep into the center of the slab. Charred bits of metal, leather, and bones are piled in the interior of the circular groove, the remains of prior offerings to the goddess. Place the torque upon the altar. The braziers on either side of the altar flare to life, red-hot flames shooting high before settling into a steadier, softer burning within the bowls. Lava eddies beneath the iron grating in the floor, heating the soles of your feet, while the statue herself seems to wake, metal groaning and rasping as the shrine begins to move. Honestly, given the fact that Adra is a stone, but we know it can be shaped and broken, I'm honestly surprised that Aethys' body is holding up to the lava he's standing in right now. Yeah, okay. Grasping the torque now would surely sear through both armor and skin. Well, it's a good thing we're not doing that then. Descend into the ashen maw. With a squeal of metal on metal, the entire floor drops, a stomach lurching 5 feet. Chains clang like the toll of a bell as they catch, pounding against time-worn gears, and the shrine begins to steadily lower into the maw. As the shrine cranks lower, Aethys' colossal Adra-carved dome, neck, and shoulders slowly emerge into view. This close, the gods rise up like a mountain, larger than you ever remember having seen him. Energy vibrates from his body, and a cacophony of mutterings and shouts from the souls whirling within it slams into you, nearly knocking you from your feet. Durance somewhere. Good, good. The Watcher finally realizes the wisdom in my words. Oh. We're literally... Oh, hi. Hello. Aethys.
Smaller than I expected.
Have you ever seen anything so awe-inspiring? Behold the power of my god.
Jody, don't make me regret bringing you. Did he get bigger? No? Hi.
Watcher, I wasn't sure you'd make it. But there is enough of you in me to grasp that you had a better chance than most.
Ah, it's nice that we have somebody who isn't underestimating me. You're just a dick about it.
Some would say it's because you have a strong soul. Great deeds come easily to one so spiritually blessed. Or have you become great because of what has been thrust upon you? Watcher of Cadnua, Herald of Berith, Hound of Aethys.
Hey, those last two titles are because of you, buddy. Don't go saying that that's something else to do. I picked up Watcher Cadnua through my actions. The other two were caused by you being a dick.
Oh my god. You're really, this can't.
Hey, Derek, can you keep a hold on Jody so she doesn't faint?
I see you, Shodi. I am glad that we could meet, even if it is under quite unpleasant circumstances.
Speaking of which, maybe we could actually have a conversation this time, and preferably quickly, because Magrin's about to drop the magical equivalent of a nuke on our heads.
This is really happening, right? Gone. Your humble priestess is before you. Please, tell me what you require of me. How do I save more lost souls than I can carry in one lifetime?
Face
bright red, sweat beading her brow. Shodi stumbles precariously closer to the edge. Lantern rattling, she catches herself. A mere moment before she would have toppled over.
I know that you have undertaken a noble mission. But I will tell you what I told the Watcher. You need not fear for the lost souls of this world. As for you, Watcher, why is it you believe you have made it this far?
I want to say 5, but I really want to say 4. I have had enough of this. I have followed you through these islands. I have dealt with the Pantheon being on my heels. I have dealt with the monsters and insanity that you've unleashed in your wake, intentionally or not, is completely irrelevant. I followed you into a damnable volcano, fought my way past Magrin's minions and a variety of other creatures, killed another fucking dragon. I want my questions answered.
There is the fire of Kith that we fear. A fire that burns beneath a god's judging gaze and does not sputter, does not flicker. But you have come a great distance for answers. What would you ask of me, Watcher?
Why?
You need to know? Or Berith? Or the gods?
After everything you've done and the ruckus you've caused, quite frankly, I feel that every creature that lives and breathes upon Aora needs to know.
And it would seem even she whose presence shakes the heart of this mountain needs to know.
Magrin is prepared to take drastic measures to stop you. I mean, you should be well aware of this. She did make a magical nuke to kill you once. Now she's using the natural equivalent in a volcanic eruption.
Margarin fears what I will do, just as she feared what I would do in the Deerwood. But this time, there is no power on Aora or in all of hell to stop me. Understand that what I'm saying is neither a boast nor a challenge.
Something tells me the other gods will not take it that way, but please do continue. This is enlightening.
It is the clearest statement of truth I can give you. Give Berith, in the hopes of dissuading you from taking actions that may harm others.
Okay, roll it back, Aethys, because apparently you're not following what I'm saying. What are you going to do?
Force gods and mortals alike to open their eyes to one another. It seems my sister does not like the sound of that.
Quit dancing around the question.
A fair request. I suppose your time is more limited than mine. I want to return the gods to our original purpose, and to allow mortals to worship us, or ignore us, for what we are, not what we pretend to be.
And how would you go about doing that?
Shodi gasps sharply, for once too stunned to blurt out a response. Her eyes are wild, with too much white showing, when she glances from Aethys to you.
Adair, I'm being serious. Please put a hand on her. Do not let her do something stupid.
Whatever you're doing, there's gotta be a better way.
When I entered Widewin, I did so with the intention of illuminating the history of Anguith.
I figured that did seem to be what you were trying to do. Unfortunately, you seem to have gotten sidetracked with the, massive rebellion and war.
I wanted to show all the nations of the Eastern Reach the machines we had used to create ourselves. How we had hidden our true nature from mortals for millennia.
Oh, this explains why Theos had to go to the Eastern Reach to do what he did. Not only was the Deerwood becoming a new center for animancy, something that already concerned the Leaden Key, but on top of that, with everything that happened in the Saints' War, Theos was having to do massive damage control. He wasn't sure if anyone that you had interacted with knew what had happened. And in trying to hide it, you ended up discovering it. Yep, Lord Brownbear. Theos didn't plan on that. And to be fair, I don't think Aethys planned on that either.
But even if I had succeeded, my words would have been easy to deny. Belief creates the foundation upon which a mind's reality is built. Some minds can never let go of that foundation. They would rather hold tight to the world in their mind than accept what they're being told.
And even words could be corrupted or twisted by groups like the Leaden Key or the Hand Occult.
It is what we have tasked them with for thousands of years.
So I was right. Theos may have been acting for Woedica in the previous game, but that was not his sole loyalty. He truly was acting on behalf of the Pantheon as a whole. Which is why the Pantheon was in disagreement over what to do with the souls he had accumulated at the end of his task. Of course.
Even their clumsiest attempts to cloud the truth can be easily accepted by those who want desperately to believe it. And so have the gods, with their help, maintained this illusion for hundreds of generations. But even a beautiful illusion is still a lie, obfuscating reality even as it points to a transcendent truth. The time has come for a new covenant between gods and mortals. One forged in the light of truth and understanding between our kind.
You hadn't mentioned those cults Aethys would have. He told me when I got here, it was then why I understood why Adair went to war against his god and why Adair's brother changed sides when he met Widewin. Yep.
I will leave this place and go to the lost city the Huana call Ukaizo. It is there that all souls pass through the machines of the gods, where all souls pass into the beyond before beginning their next life.
That seems a little convenient that there's a centralized point for all of this. Did you guys seriously make that?
Place, I will find our great machines and tear them to pieces. I will smash the great wheel until the lights of hell all gutter and die. And when my work is done, I will leave this world forever.
More destruction. You're tearing the whole world apart because you can't make peace among yourselves.
Adair, there will never be peace among mortals, so long as they are unwittingly manipulated by the gods. The divine enslavement that Woedica reveres perpetuates ignorance, chaos, and violence across the world.
Maybe that's why the Iguithans had to come to Ukaizo to complete the Ascendance of Kith. Yeah, that would actually make sense, Lord Brownbear.
I only wish to destroy the darkness that surrounds the gods, that you may better see us for what we are.
I hope Macron explodes 2 volcanoes on you for good measure. So I guess that's one way to get a response.
I'm surprised Magrin is reacting this way. I would have thought she would appreciate a trial of this magnitude. One that tests us all.
Oh, would you look at that? A god who doesn't actually follow what they claim to believe. Who would have thunk?
Both gods and mortals alike rely on the wheel. We depend on it for the souls that give us power. Mortals depend on it for the lives of future generations. Breaking it will force all of us to face the truth. We will fail together or move forward together. Either ending is preferable to the cycle we still find ourselves in.
Oh, and here we go. I think it's time to leave.
Go on, wait! Before it's too late, you gotta take the souls I harvested for you.
The priestess thrusts her light-pulsing lantern outward, as if waiting for Aethys to take it from her.
I really don't like it when the ad starting soon thing takes this long to play. Would you please just play the ad so I can pause for a moment? Still feeling uncertain about Avowed. Any comforting words, Tenwood? I mean, we will see what we will see, Lord Brownbear. Look at it this way. I will be... Well, there's the ad finally. I will be playing it on stream definitively pretty much from day one. If you're really worried, watch my streams and we'll see what happens. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 28, 29, and 30. Now for the other hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Oh. It says described as Skyrim but denser, so game journalist level review right there. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Lord Brownbear, Skyrim's main complaint has always been that it felt shallow, so Skyrim gameplay plus better world building and denser story would usually be a good idea. No, player reviews. Yes, Sent has a good point. I mean, I'm not going to be doing like an edited video on it, but I will give you all my honest thoughts as we're playing the game. All right, ad is over. Let's continue.
They are not for me to take. Shodi, you are their guardian now. You are their protector. You have taken responsibility for them, and only you can decide their fate.
There better be a massacre route. Remember, this is Obsidian we're talking about. These are the guys who made, I think, only 2 characters essential in New Vegas. They know what they're doing in regards to that.
Once again, the gods have put you in a precarious position, Watcher. Considering all the troubles I have put you through, the least I can do is protect you from the wrath Magrin has intended for me.
Much appreciated.
Don't thank me yet. This will be particularly difficult for you, Watcher.
When has anything you've had to put me through ever been anything else than that? Yeah, Aethys. I see the system is faulty, so I'm going to give the world an ultimatum. Either you prove my view right or you all die. Your choice. I mean, the gods are assholes, the system is wonky, but honestly, Aethys' motivation is still so inherently wrong. I didn't really get that full vibe from it, Tenwin. I got much more of a, the current cycle is untenable, I'm going to break the cycle, and then we see what happens. Because the thing is that he's not wrong as far as... I guess it just depends on what he fully means by breaking the wheel. If he just means, hey, I'm going to screw up what the Ingwithans created, that's fine. If he's like, I'm literally going to rewrite the nature of the world, that's a little harder to sell.
Guys and gals, we are literally being touched by the hand of God right now.
Oh, wow.
Despite herself, Shodi squeals. Trembling, she sways on her feet as if she might faint.
Oh, it is mostly the same. It hasn't been that huge of a turnout of Obsidian. You both have a point. There's still a lot of the mid-level people there. The main thing is that it's, what is it, Chris Avalone and the one other guy who was doing the major writing for Fallout New Vegas. Is that both of them are gone. We will see what we will see. I am withholding my judgment. I am just waiting for the game to come out. And because I'm interested enough, I want to actually play it as it comes out. They're doing the advanced access thing and even 5 days in advance. Oh, God, that would be kind of annoying to have to buy it 5 days in advance, but I could see into that. More meant between PoE 2 and Avowed specifically. Yeah, I don't think Aethys wants a you all die result. I think he's the only god who's considered the fact of what the death and strife affects the souls of Kith, while the other gods are wholly concerned in the wheel as a whole. That is closer to how I'm interpreting it. I also think he's the only one who's really acknowledging that doing this will affect the gods more than it will Kith. And right now, the gods trying to stop Aethys is causing even more suffering than he himself is causing.
Hey, Aethys, we're not done here. You and I, we're not finished. Don't think you can just move me aside like all the rest.
I do kind of wish we'd brought Pallegina too with this, because hearing her have to talk with Aethys would have been funny.
Maybe you can't be stopped. But on behalf of everyone you've trampled, betrayed, and ignored, I'll be coming to see you again.
Adair spits. In the surging heat, it never reaches the ground.
Oh, good thing Ader's in that cold armor. He's probably the only one even mildly comfortable right now.
Perhaps we will meet again, Adair. Until then, take care of the Watcher.
Ader really got balls to demand this.
Yep. Floats away from the luminous Audra pillar. As it pulls back, for a brief moment you see a golden tether flash into existence between the pillar and the great Titan's back. When the Audra fingers gently cradle you, there is first a sensation of warmth, but it is followed by a harsh splitting of consciousness. Your awareness vacillates erratically between the physical world and the spiritual dimension of Aethys's body.
Did you mean to say Aethys there, Tenwin? Because you just called Ader a bitch, and I don't think that's what you were going for.
Your soul glides amid the many trapped with Aethys. As your brilliant form passes by them, they call and reach out for help. Below Aethys's body, the volcano erupts. Molten rock rushes over the great Audra body, but does not slow its movement. Rathun rush to higher ground, but cannot outpace the lava, which overwhelms and consumes them as it rises. Your attention returns to the heart of Aethys's body. Deep within the whirling masses of souls, you again sense your own presence, the fragment that was taken from you. This time, you reach out to it as it reaches out to you. You meet somewhere in the great mass of Audra, the rest of the souls fading at the edge of your awareness.
Birds were here, I can imagine him saying something about, only for Aethys to be like, I knew about the bomb and it didn't do shit. Yeah, he wouldn't include the insult there at the end, Bomber, but the first part definitely he would have said something. Durance secretly sticking bombs all over Aethys. Durance just opens his coat. He's got explosives everywhere. He's just chucking them at Aethys. He knows it's not doing anything, but he has to do it. Like, he just feels a compulsion to try.
We are together again. Are you ready to be together again?
It's about time.
Are you certain? Since we've parted, you've become someone else, and I have become myself. When we join, we won't be ourselves anymore. Your senses yank back to your body, still in Aethys's hand. There is light, sunlight. He has emerged
They are
from
different. You sound like a woman.
the rim of the volcano and the great keep of the Rathun collapsing behind him. The Audra is barely visible through the thick lava covering his body, and still, he moves.
You know, you wouldn't think that the really calm track would work for this, but it's honestly working because of the way Aethys talks and the way he acts.
The ocean is gone, water sucked away, leaving only the bare seabed glistening in an ominous silence. You summon the strength to turn your head. Through the cracks in the great god's fingers, you see a wall of water, taller than Nekataka, taller than Aethys, as tall as the moon. It comes with the rumbling of a terrible stampede. The wave slams into Aethys. His hand closes, protecting you from the devastation. Somewhere in your mind, you hear Andra screaming.
Yep. No, very good artwork, Ted. As I said, you wouldn't think that, like, this... I think this is just the main theme for Pillars. You wouldn't think it would work for something like this, but it does. It actually really does. And it actually sells that Aethys really does see himself as the hero right now, trying to end this cycle.
You are back inside him. Back with yourself. Are you still the same Watcher who returned the lost souls of the Deerwood to their intended bodies? A light shines within the soul as it observes you, waiting. I am.
I am. And I will do everything I can to save these poor souls before I am done.
Good. Then this should be easy. You feel cool air, seawater. The back of your mind pulls your attention back to your body. Aethys stands amid the now calm waves. Kraken futilely clinging to his limbs as he gingerly sets down your ship with one hand. He carefully opens his other, setting your body on the deck. As your head comes to rest, your vision rocks forward, pulled back into the Audra, back to your soul. Some of us is lost to him. fragments, and the empty spaces between them. They will always be a part of him. But we are still us. And it's time for us to go.
Now Galloway's setting monsters. The best part of that is, like, you could just imagine the argument going on in the Pantheon where it's just like Magrin's throwing everything she's got at him, Andra's throwing everything she's got at him, Galloway sends a couple of squid, and the other gods are just like, the fuck? And Galloway's like, what do you want me to do? This is all I've got in the ocean. You have volcanoes, you have tidal waves, I've got Kraken. There's kind of a big power difference between them. Together.
The soul rushes toward you, flying into you with ferocious speed. You are thrust back through the Audra, out of the palm of Aethys's hand, back into your body. You can feel the sensation of your skin, the warmth of the Audra, but you are not fully in control. The other soul struggles to reach the surface of the body's consciousness, but you pull it down. Entangled, you float in a dark, boundless expanse. The more you fight each other, the closer you become, until somehow, impossibly, every piece of you is touching every piece of them. Through the distant window of your eyes, you see Aethys push slowly against your ship. Though his touch is light, it is still the touch of a god. The ship lurches, rapidly tearing across the water southward. His hand pulls away from your ship's wake, his body straightening, towering overhead. The volcanic rock, now cooled and gently steaming, sloughs from his body as he moves. The Audra beneath is still immaculate, unmarred. He watches you depart, and you hear a voice in your mind as you sink deeper into the blackness of sleep.
Tell them what you have witnessed, Watcher. Tell them what is coming.
The windows of your eyes retreat into the distance. The fragment of your soul is so close to you in the darkness that you can't tell if its thoughts are separate from your own. Aethys is going to Ukaizo?
Aethys is going to Ukaizo.
He's going to stop the wheel?
He's going to stop the wheel.
Aethys is going to Ukaizo. Aethys is going to Ukaizo. He's going to stop the wheel. The words repeat in your mind until they become an incessant, meaningless mantra. Involuntary meditation in the emptiness of your unconscious. When the words finally dissolve and become part of the darkness, you see a pinpoint of light. You no longer sense the other soul. No longer sense the person you were before Aethys touched you. You swim toward the light. As you come closer, the light becomes two blurry spots of radiance. You settle in behind your eyes and feel your lips already moving, mumbling. Around your body you sense familiar scents and sounds, voices raised in shock and alarm. You take control of your mouth, opening it wide and drawing a great breath.
I didn't want to interrupt any of that, but yes, Tenwin. Crew freaking out. Show me on the doll where the god touched you. Touch me everywhere, quite literally. Oh. A pounding headache drags you most of the way back to your senses. Your vision blurs and an acrid taste fills your parched mouth. The details of the room slowly come into focus. The sounds of an ongoing debate. A distant echo.
Are we simply going to wait? What if he never wakes up?
Are those frilled collars stuffed in your ears? If the Watcher's mumblings are right, then Aethys is marching on Ukaizo. We have to move.
In the brief silence, you hear Hazanui Karu's boots scraping against tile as she paces.
He's seizing power from the very gods who betrayed him, destroying the wheel to make sure they never come back.
She shakes her head and chuckles with grim appreciation.
It's a coup, and we have to muster the strength to stop it.
The unraveling of Kohopa from Tangaloa is our greatest test from the gods, I say. We must live to deserve the world they make for us.
Onekaza rests her chin on her fist and considers. The assembled leaders turn their attention away from each other in a prolonged and thoughtful silence. At last, you feel fully present and steady. The attention of the room abruptly shifts to you. filling the void with expectant whispers. Why is everyone here?
You're awake. Welcome back, Watcher. Your arrival in the wake of the eruption at Magrin's Teeth was alarming. You shared a great deal while you were asleep. We aren't sure what to make of it.
Castle being the first to welcome you. Castle needs to make up for the fact that he tried to work with slavers. I'm still not exactly very comfortable with him, quite frankly.
I will choose our next voyage, Akira. No more volcanoes.
To be fair to Kehu, after what Magrin just did, I don't think there are any volcanoes left in the Deadfire. I'm pretty sure she just blew them all up. Takehu grins and nurses the back of his head.
Join our talks, I say. Rational discussion will gust away the ominous smoke rising from Ashen Maw.
Onikaza gestures to you with an open palm.
The Deadfire is no stranger to cataclysm. We can survive by cleaving to a shared purpose, a greater good, Akira.
She looks to each of the envoys in turn.
For what else did the gods place us here? We who have ships and resources enough to make a difference.
Like Krakatoa. No offense, Tenwin. If it was Krakatoa levels, we wouldn't be talking. Most of the Deadfire would be dead. Castle glances around the room at the gathered parties, his brows climbing.
What we need is brass. Rawatai has ships and cannons aplenty, but the only way I'm sending them is if...
She breaks off as the boom of a door slamming opens. Commotion echoes from the entrance hall as everyone turns towards the noise. Her hand strays to her gun. The sound of approaching footsteps grows in volume as a courier scrambles into the throne room, panting and glistening with sweat. His mouth opens and closes like a fish, gasping desperately for breath.
Ships have formed the blockade around Queen's Birth. Their commander demands parley with Serpent's Crown.
Oh God, is fucking... the Principi here are... The Principi have arrived, haven't they?
But what about our ships? I must get a message through to the captain.
For what do our enemies paint a target on their hull? This is a stirring bid for my attention.
Onikaza narrows her gaze past the open door.
Send word to my water shapers to drain the sea around the flagship. I would parley on better terms than this.
Onikaza begins to rise, but the courier speaks up ahead of her.
Queen! They fly the colors of pirates! The Principi are...
Well, what have we here?
Really, I expected Ferrante. A confident voice booms from the open door. I'll be very honest, I expected Ferrante. The motley sailors who don't hold the Huana guard, the motley sailors who don't hold the Huana guards at bay with drawn weapons take in some of the more opulent decorations with avid interest. One pirate separates out from the fold, sauntering boldly forward.
Forgive me, Loveson, but it looks like you're having a party. A rather fine one to which you didn't invite me.
She winks, a swollenet glinting in the light as she cocks her pistol high above her head.
You painted vagrants are a plague on my tribes. Why should I not hang you from the walls of my garden?
Onikaza grips the handrests of her throne as if ready to vault up and attack.
You should be asking yourself how they got in here in the first place.
She glowers in the direction of the throne.
Oh, I do love when they squabble. But I'm here for neither pleasantries nor entertainment. We've bigger fish to fry. Or should I say gods?
A determined-looking guard inches closer to Aeldis from the edge of the court. Without looking, the Principi captain swivels her pistol to aim straight at his chest.
Now everyone just calm down. I promise we won't fire on you at this time. Unless firstly provoked. That is, until whence we've safely absconded from the city back to the high seas.
Gotta give Aeldis the credit, she's the second seat for a reason. Yep. She grins magnanimously.
Then all bets are off again. Aye?
Yes. Well, if you have a point, pirate, I suggest you reach it quickly.
We're supposed to take a bunch of pirates at their word?
She crosses her arms, the wooden hand groaning.
Right you are. However...
The narrow-eyed look she settles on the room is more than a little bloodthirsty.
I'm here because I've got questions. Ones that can't wait. And the Lovesome Watcher's the only one likely to answer them nicely.
I'll listen. No, I don't like any of these responses. I'll listen.
Planka, this is nonsense. I have no intention of letting Ukaizo fall into the hands of plunderers and thieves.
Careful with that designation, Director, because I'm pretty sure that's how the Huana view both of you.
Ukaizo? What's the lost city of gold got to do with a god on a rampage?
Oh, great work, Castle. You just let it slip to the Principe that we know where Okaizo is. You dumb shit. Aothis is going there to break the reincarnation cycle.
Well, fuck if that doesn't put things into perspective. But what's that even mean in the long run? Folks who die won't be coming back again.
It's possible. I don't know. This isn't exactly common. See, that's the thing. I don't think he's breaking the wheel in the way that we think. The people hear breaking the wheel and they think, oh, that means life will never come back. I think he just specifically wants to break the reincarnation cycle. He wants souls to just be able to be souls and then to pass into the next life without constantly being reincarnated. If you do that, the gods are no longer able to siphon power off as those souls die and are reborn. Hell, it would basically, I mean, Rimmergan would gain a power boost initially, but even he would start to be starved of power after a while.
This is all dark and foreboding sounding. But what's it mean for my soul? I mean, I like the idea of pirating throughout the Great Beyond as much as the next gal. But if, say, I got no awareness after I die, does it even matter what happens?
Ak, of course you have no interest past that of your eyes and your stomach.
And Director Castle, you have no interest past your pocketbook and your investors. Calm down, and let's actually have a civil discussion.
Let us speak now of what can be done. Must be done. Watcher, you know best of all of us what our options are.
More answers could become apparent when we arrive on Ukaizo.
The Huana made compacts with the gods on Lost Ukaizo. Anything can happen on the shores of our ancestors.
Onikaza
I
nods.
say it is a place where mortals can reach beyond themselves, do freely what animancers struggle to dream.
Castle's one of the few Valians that do have a bit more of an open mind to progress beyond just money, but yeah, except he set us to go work with slavers, and he has no problem working with the old guard of the Principe, so he can kind of get off that high horse right now for all I care.
We have to act quickly. Defending Okaizo is the highest priority.
A pensive, focused look sharpens the lines of the Hazanui's face. She scratches her cheek with the fingers of her wooden hand.
Our ships are fast and well-equipped. We could sail to the edge of Andra's mortar. See if Aethys' passage opens a way through the storms.
She narrows her eyes, watching the others.
Of course, finding Ukaizo once we're through is another matter.
I can sense Aethys within the mortar. My soul calls out from inside him.
That's so. You just might be able to save us.
She scratches her chin, an eager glimmer in her eyes.
We speak of collectively sailing for Andra's mortar, but this crown will not support any plan that involves a single outsider ship landing on the shores of Ukaizo.
A hush falls across the room as Onikaza makes her proclamation.
It is for this moment that the gods test me. Anyone who seeks to cross Andra's mortar will learn that the gates of Ukaizo are the end of compromise with the Huana.
Can we get everyone to agree to an armistice while we work through this crisis?
I don't mean to let Aethys end us while we bicker. But the fate of Ukaizo is not exclusively a Huana concern.
I think I'm getting the gist of it now.
She rubs the barrel of her gun under her jaw thoughtfully, then she crooks you a cunning grin.
While these witless princocks go at each other's throats, we Principe will cut through the storms and plunder the City of Gold.
And just like that, Aeldis, you have officially fucked this entire meeting.
Whatever Aethys is seeking in those ruins, we'll find it. And then we'll sell it to the highest bidder. That, or me and mine will have front row seats to the end of the world.
I love how we had 5 minutes of compromise, and now everyone is already getting ready to blow each other away with
If the
pistols.
Huana cannot take back our beginning, then our end fast approaches. The gods will judge us by our devotion to Ukaizo.
Are you going to guard it as closely as you've guarded your palace today?
She shoots a meaningful stare at the pirates.
Ukaizo was yours once, and you lost it. Meanwhile, the storms that cover Andra's mortar plague Rauatai too. We will help the Watchers stop Aethys, but we will not leave our country's future in soft hands. We hope the Watcher agrees.
She nods to you.
Watcher, there are two kinds of people in the Deadfire. those who have called it home since time immemorial, and opportunists.
Onekaza glares at the assembled dignitaries.
Ukaizo under our control, the Huana would restore order as it has not been seen since the days of our ancestors.
She nods slowly, holding your gaze all the while.
Order. And the only question is whether it will be the order of ignorance and tradition, or else of conquest. The secrets to be found in Ukaizo could elevate us all beyond the telling. I will not relinquish that dream so easily.
Director, there's an old phrase that goes, with great power comes great responsibility. The Valiants have proven that they have the ability to reach for great power. You have not all proven that you have the responsibility to use it anywhere near as well as it should be. Without so much as a final farewell, Aeldis tips her head to her armed crew, and the pirates withdraw as swiftly as they arrive.
Watcher, I say the time to play at freelancing is at an end. Any of us could get you to Ukaizo, but only one of us will stand by your side.
Studying you carefully, Onekaza nods and gestures for her attendants to clear the room. Time for the choice, yeah.
Speak, Watcher, while we
With
have
everything
the
going on
chance.
at once, I wondered if... Gods, if we could talk.
Maya nurses her brow and sighs. You can talk about it. Talk to me about anything, Maya.
You're a good captain. Maybe I don't say that enough. Can we take a detour to the officers' lounge in the Brass Citadel? I could use a drink.
We'll head as soon as we can.
I appreciate it, Captain. Hope you don't mind if I gather my thoughts on the way.
She releases a heavy sigh and nods.
I was chewing through
Shut
Capnua's
up,
foundation
Console
long
Hot.
before Aothas finished the job.
Ukaizo. We are actually going to Ukaizo.
Takehu turns his colorless gaze towards you, unfocused but full of concern.
Tribes will look to me to bridge our past and our future. A heavy responsibility, I say.
This should empower you, not paralyze you.
The praise they showered on Ngati's chosen. Until now, it all seemed an empty gesture. Never a promise that I could fulfill. I was the toast of Nekataka. But all of that is behind me. I must turn away from delights and think of the tribes. Ukaizo will show us the way. The tribes will find themselves again.
He touches the spot on his forehead, his gaze unfocused with a momentary sense of awe.
I would discover what our ancestors forgot. The Covenant is more important than ever.
Learn what you can from Ukaizo. Show it to them. But you must still let them find their own way.
I will give it thought. There is time enough for that, at least.
He nods, weighing your words with care.
Ukaizo should be the discovery of our lifetime. With the trading companies and the Principe ready to descend on each other, I wish the island had kept its secrets a while longer.
He lets out a weary sigh. The world around you darkens, and you once more feel an incessant tug for your attention, the pull centered from Takehu's soul.
It pains me to see my boy so conflicted. Questions tear at his heart, and the ache reaches me even here.
Andra props her jaw on her fist and regards you coolly.
If you continue to encourage him, his life will grow more complicated. He will be the savior his people want. Someone to drag their past into the present.
She shrugs as if the distinction is nothing to her. Oh, and I suppose as the goddess of the things that are lost, you suddenly have a concern over that. Quite frankly, I don't give a damn what you want, Andra. Takehu has the chance to be something great. If he chooses not to do it, that's his choice. I'm simply offering the perspective that he needs for the opposite side of that. He spent his entire life fully aware of the fact that he could simply glide through life easily because he's one of your godlike among the Hoana. But too bad. The universe has decided to put us in a situation where that's not possible anymore. And you and the other gods are partially to blame. So I will equip him as best as able because he is a friend and companion of mine, and then I will set him loose to do what he feels is best. Now shut up and get out of my head.
Empires have fallen since I favored the Huana with power and wisdom. How they wield it is their choice. Just see that my boy comes to no harm.
Oh, that much I can promise you, Andra, but it's not for your damn sake. Before you have a chance to react, Andra claps her hands, and your surroundings assert themselves once more.
There is much to consider, and little time to decide our course.
Ravani being protective. I like my companions. I mean, overall, I like all the companions we've gotten in this game. Takehu, Seraphine, and Maya have all been good. Jodie, again, I have some issues with Jodie world-building wise, but as a character herself, I do like her. Again, I don't like her romantically, which is kind of weird because they decided to make her a primary romantic interest, but yeah. Whenever Andra talks, the Watcher starts thinking of cooked anglerfish. That would imply that I would enjoy eating it, which is a lie. So, hold on. Yep. So, eventually we will get a message for that, and then we have the coming storm. Yep. For their cause, I could go it alone. Ooh. Oh, ad time. Wait, I could go it alone, but the Dreadfire won't survive the journey without significant upgrades. I need the very best hull and sails available in the Deadfire. Ooh, interesting. So I can go it alone. Want to demand you not going alone as it's a cheap choice. You're no fun, Tenwin. But I do think you're right. I found a blackwood log bay allowed me to craft a hull that can travel through Andra's mortar. Interesting. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 28, 29, and 30. Yep. Valiant Trading Company in Queen's Birth. Hawana at the Kahanga Palace. Royal Deadfire Company's headquarters are at Imperial Command. And the Principe San Petrena organized their fortress at Balefire Beacon on the island. Interesting. It's sending us to Dunnage. So that means Eldis is taking this straight to Ferrante. She might hate his guts, but she knows the Principe have to stand together on this. You aren't going to do it. I would argue that going alone is the second worst proper ending. Fair enough. Fair enough. Which is a shame because I really wish there was a case where it's like, oh, you have good relations with everybody, and then you handled the Aothis situation in Ukaizo on your own. That would actually be an interesting way to do it. But if you're saying it's a bad ending, I can kind of see that as well. Oh, the ad is over. Well, honestly, firstly, Firstly, this is where I lost interest in the game and stopped playing. Wow, really? What's wrong with tragic endings? We need more of those. I know, but I like to be... my problem is not with tragic endings. My problem is when the ending doesn't logically follow what we've been doing in the game. And it's just like, oh, I did this, this, and this, and somehow all of these results ended with everything being horrible and not being able to follow the chain of logic that follows that. Like, for example, in Rogue...
still out there. Will no one help me?
Perhaps in a day or two.
Oh, for the love of God.
Prince Aruihi enjoys wild tales.
Right, but seriously, for example, Sint, Marzai and Abelard in Rogue Trader. I knew leaving Marzai alive would have some kind of negative repercussion in his epilogue. I knew that was the case. He's a Drukhari. It naturally follows that he will do something fucked up as his story epilogue. I know Abelard is a family man, and he cares greatly about his family. Ergo, the final slide that shows Marzai killing one of Abelard's grandchildren follows naturally from those 2 points. It is tragic, it is dark, but it follows those characters' logic. I don't like it when the game just throws a curveball in there to be like, ha, you thought you did good, but it turns out you did bad. Abelard can be a family, it doesn't have to. True, Sin, true. To be fair, you have to push him pretty hard in the opposite direction to get him to not do that. Also, who are you people?
Well now, if there were any man here worthy of a grand reception. The guards here will not listen. Will you, sir?
I was just searching the rest of the map for the hulls and sails, and I just sort of petered out. I can understand that, Lord Brownbear. I think we all hit that with open world games. Like, pretty much every Skyrim playthrough I've ever done has eventually just reached the point where I'm like, do I really want to continue through the main story, or am I just done for right now? And eventually I would just decide, I'm done for right now, and then I just stop playing for a long time.
Myself, I am no lord save upon the deck of my ship. And she is lost.
Won't explain the details, just the overall reason. Yeah, if as long as it's overall reason, go ahead. God, Bethesda's main stories are hot ass. Yeah, they usually are.
I lost my crew. All but myself and the bosun, yet nobody will listen. Not the Queen, nor the trading companies. Too busy waging war upon each other to pay mind to a rudderless captain. They don't understand. It's not just me. What lies out there, it'll swallow us all up if it isn't stopped.
What do you mean?
It were unnatural. The Antelope were a fine ship, and we sailed her out east, out of Kahanga waters and into the great wet country. Bright sky and a good wind. Until the fog came.
Simply by going low means that nobody wins the War of the Dead Fire. It becomes a non-stop constant fighting with no peace and the Principe rating with no restraint. Ah. Question, Tenwin. Does it stay that way if I also decide to kill all of the major combatants' leaders aside from whoever I like?
We were boarded before we knew it. Men, things like men that howled like demons. They cut down half my crew, took the rest. Gods forgive me, but if I'd stayed to look on, I'd never have made it to the launch. But we saw it. After the fog cleared and the ship was gone, a spit of land, bristling with the wreckage of other unfortunates.
I mean, to be fair, Lord Brownbear, my thought process was already to go butchering the Principi if they continue to piss me off and do stupid things.
A finer crew I'll not find than that which served upon the Antelope. All dragged into the fog, like the gods plucked them off the deck.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I'll not forget it so long as I live. I am a landlocked wretch with no ship and no crew. But you are a captain of bold repute, and the day may come you sail out to that same isle, with beached ships all around. You have listened well. Here, go you now prepared. And should you ever come upon my crew, do what you can for them.
Gotta remember that story for scaring little kids.
At this point, you are max level. You can do either of the DLCs. When you leave port, you will get the quest for Seeker Slayer Survivor, and if you want to head to the Blackened Isles, you will start the Forbidden Sanctum. That's what I was thinking of doing. So that guy was there. Are there any other, like, areas that have updated Tenwin? Like, I need to go check on other parts of the city and find other quests, or should I just... Because I'd like to do everything else before we make the decision. So let me go ahead and check this. I don't think we need to buy anything else right now. That was essentially the final quest. All right, good to know. All right, apologies. Maya did want to go down to the officer's lounge, so we're going to go ahead and do that.
Ever.
Shut up, console hot. I'm going to feed you into the machine.
Captain.
I've never met one in person.
The best
Before I
shots in
unload my
Aora.
cargo onto your port, how about you let me buy you a drink?
That's one way of putting it, Maya. Maya glances around the lounge. To us.
To a good ship and a better crew.
To the chase of wayward gods.
May Aethys lose his footing and tumble down a sea trench.
That would be hilarious if that was why it took him so long to get anywhere. I could kind of see Aethys walking along the seafloor, and all of a sudden he takes one step, falls into a trench, and is just like, ugh, this is going to add a week to my getting to the next island. She drains it in a single prolonged gulp and sighs, wiping off her mouth with the back of her
I
hand.
tell ya, something about all that open water.
Maya shakes her head. The ocean in general, or...
No, I mean the mortar.
She takes another hearty swig.
To the mortar, and everything beyond it.
She raises her empty mug in a half-hearted fashion.
Thank Bareth we have you as our living compass. I'd say Rawatai plans to set sail, compass or no.
I'm nothing without good officers on board.
Flatterer.
Maya raises a fist to her mouth and burps.
Under different circumstances, I'd be aboard that aimless fleet. Likely as not to die.
There is a small quest with the Valians that doesn't lock you into the choice, or two small quests, so I need to go talk to them then?
As things stand, I'm thankful to be under your command, Captain.
She raises her mug, peering at you over its lip. When she realizes that it's empty, she snaps her finger and a server appears with another.
A campaign that keeps changing. Being a part of your crew makes me feel like I have a hand on the wheel.
That and or take sail, I don't remember which. We'll see. Half of the mug vanishes.
Now, all I see is open water on all sides.
The Maya that I've come to know embraces uncertainty. She measures it like the wind before firing a shot.
Remind me to have you on hand the next time I get like this. While the powers of the Deadfire claw at each other's faces, you'll be digging through a god's body for your soul. I'll be...
She raises the mug and catches herself, pausing.
following orders. With all that uncertainty, do we even have room for... this?
She gestures from herself to you with her mug, sloshing its contents gently. Ah, fuck it. Kiss her. You lean in and plant your lips on hers. At first, it feels like kissing a wooden board, but then she softens in the end, before pulling back.
I felt that one down to my toes, Captain.
I mean, I can't imagine the faceplate over the front of my face is very comfortable, but thank you for abiding by it.
Ugh, I'm as full as a barrel. I should gather my thoughts in healthier ways, like knitting or taxidermy.
She pats her stomach and smiles. Well, we could start by stuffing Ishii.
Wouldn't be the first time I considered it.
Blinking at the sudden swell of attention, Ishii cocks his head and snaps his beak. Oh, Adair, you know I'm not being serious. You know Maya's not being serious. Calm down, man.
Captain, when we're standing at the helm, the ship feels unsinkable. I'm glad I get to cozy up to that feeling. Yeah, she's as glad too. Not that his opinion matters.
The moment doesn't have to end. We could take a walk, have some time to ourselves, send the others back to the ship.
Might not be a bad idea. Once my head is cleared, I'm sure I'll think of an even better one. They have a special room here for ranking officers. And their guests. That's more of a closet, really.
Really, a closet. Was this on your bucket list or something?
We can just talk. And if it goes any further, we'll know exactly why and how far to take it.
She folds her arms and awaits your reply, her expression measured and curious. Ishii preens his feathers, though it looks a bit like he's hiding his face under his wing. She's the one that suggested. I'll go with it. That sounds pleasant. Hesitating a moment, Maya drags you into a hug and squeezes you like she's clinging to a mast in a storm. When she releases you, she catches her breath and tidies up the bun of her hair.
Captain?
The rest of you get back to the boat. I'll see you in a bit.
Well, someone's been doing their morning stretches.
Maya dabs a bead of sweat from her brow and clears her throat.
Being a captain, a watcher, and the gods only know what else must be thirsty work.
Scrambling to keep alive in these parts is good for staying in shape.
Don't I know it. Time to ship off and see what the Deadfire throws at us next.
Looking accomplished and refreshed, Maya knits her fingers together to crack her knuckles.
Is it true they train by shooting featherfish in midair?
Train? That's just how they catch their dinner.
You can wait outside. Should just take a minute. Adair raises his eyebrows as the watcher catches what he insinuated. Adair would be the kind of guy who's like, I ain't going to say anything about it now, but I am so going to make fun of you for that line later. All right, let's get the hell out of here. We'll try leaving. If the Valians have a minor quest for us, we will come back to make our final choice in a bit.
Next.
Shut up, Console Hot. Ah, there it is. You've received an important missive from Cat. Well, that's the Principe. Twitch just shat itself. What did I miss? We finished up the conversation with... oh, wow. It just occurred to me you haven't typed in a while. You missed me romancing Maya fully. And convincing her to go off to a closet with me, shall we say. My dearest watcher, a god with an agenda tends to put things into perspective. Now more than ever, it is imperative that we commandeer the floating hangman, if only so that we may chase Eothas to Ukaizo. I have called a meeting of the Consuelo Mescasitas. Sail to Dunnage and join us as swiftly as the winds will bring you. Fortune favor you. Captain Ferrante. Alright, so the Valian, we can pick up the Valian quest. Oh. The steward? Wait, the steward? She's been quiet this whole time. The fuck's going on? Big Amawa cheeks. She is a big woman. The Amawa are like 1.5 feet taller than me.
If you will.
Seeker Slayer Survivor. Ah. The steward of Cadenua's voice rises softly and evenly from her cracked bust. Yes, steward.
Some of the hands discovered an unusual crate in the ship's hold.
How did a crate get onto our ship unnoticed?
Unfortunately, the ship lacks the defensive fortifications of Cadnua. A crate could have been slipped aboard at any of our ports of call, assuming it wasn't placed among our goods as we took on supplies.
What kind of crate?
It is roughly a yard to a side and labeled beans. The hands who noticed it were tasked by the cook to bring up ingredients for the evening's stew.
And I take it there were no beans in the crate then. A wave of affirmation rolls from the steward, the spiritual equivalent of a nod. Thank you, steward. I'll go see what it is.
The hand left the crate in the hold if you wish to examine it.
The bust falls into silence.
I'll take care of it.
I do wish they'd done more with her, since she is supposed to be... I mean, maybe if there was a way to spiritually connect her to the ship in the same way that she was connected to the, to Caed that would have actually been interesting. It's kind of a shame. It feels like they brought her along just to do nothing with her.
Watcher, tell me what's on your mind.
Well, she's still got no updates. She's supposed to talk, it's just a bug that was never fixed. Yeah, it's a shame. Well, even if she was supposed to talk, that's still not much. Connection was significant, you get several ships. Yeah, I know. The scent of food, salt, spices, and drink mixes with the stale odor of old grass, the musty stink of rats, and the ever-present fragrance of the sea. The dread fire rocks gently, and you hear faint whispers likely the quiet brushings of the wind against the sails. Not far in, you find the crate in question. Its sides split by crowbars, the dry grass used as packing material spilled across the floor. Within stands an intricately crafted chest of some dark tropical wood. A polished visage peers up from you, a triumvirate of wild animal faces carved in a swirling Hawana style. It's Gallowayne. It's fucking Gallowayne's symbol, I can tell. The front of the chest bears an iron latch affixed to a complex iron mechanism that runs to the top 4 corners of the chest, though you see no bolts or keyholes. Failure, of course. The 3 animals seem to be a spider, a Stalgar, and a boar. You don't know if they have any greater significance. It's Gallowayne. It's fucking Gallowayne. Examine the latch. Oh, Jody's nose wrinkles at the image. I reckon this might be the Hawana hunting god, like Gallowayne, but not exactly. Yep. That's what I figured. Examine the latch. The clever mechanism ensures that the box remains tightly sealed. This is no lock and no trap. You should be able to open it safely. You turn the latch to the right, and a series of metal arms shift within. The clasp holding the top of the chest comes free, and you easily lift the lid. Laying within, cradled by dry grass, is an Amaoan head. The mottled flesh of its neck raggedly cut free from the rest of its body, wherever that might be. What in the fuck? Jody peers down at the grim cargo. Can't say I was expecting a head. Not even a little. You want me to fetch my lantern? As you peer down at the head, you feel a strange prickling sensation along your skin. Yes, it's Kith meat after all. God damn it, Sint. Soul energy rises from the crate, throbbing in the air in time with the beating of your heart. It begins to take shape before you. Oh, that's not good.
You can see me. It's really you, then, the captain of the Defiance.
The ship is currently the Dreadfire, but yes.
Oh, this is fantastic. How satisfying it is to know one did not give one's life in vain.
Your voice sounds very welcoming, but your portrait being the only one we've seen with teeth from among the spirits has me very concerned.
I come from the island of Kazuwari, and we need your aid.
What kind of aid do you need?
Kazuwari is an island where the most skillful hunters, the most hardened explorers, the deadliest warriors all gather to earn Tuamawai's favor.
Small subset of animist Amawa native to the Deadfire, Tamawai, sometimes called the Face of the Hun, has been generally conflated with Gallowayne. Okay.
But Humaire, the island's caretaker, says the essence that sustains the island has sickened. Curdled, she called it. The animals, the trees, they all churn with anger and fear.
Have any blights formed?
Yes! Humaire was right. She said you would understand. We need a watcher. No one else can talk to souls, Humaire said. And souls are our problem.
Goulash. I see what you did there, Sint. And honestly, that's a pretty good one. I'm going to need to remember that. If we ever get a game where I want to be a cannibal, I'll need to remember that one.
You're a watcher, right? The watcher. The one who died and lived again. Who speaks to the gods. That's the watcher we need.
More like I get spoken at by gods.
I knew it. I knew Humaire wouldn't have lied.
You know, you're really exuberant for a dead guy, and that's actually kind of off-putting with everything we know about how spirits work in this.
You will help, won't you?
I'll help if I can. What do you need me to do?
Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you. Speak to Humaire at Kazuwari, Watcher. She'll be able to better explain the situation than I am.
Speak with Humaire. Got it.
Kazuari's a huge island west of Hasango. It's pretty hard to miss, what with the high cliffs and waterfalls. There's one thing you should know. The faces of the hunt jealously control who enters and leaves the island. But there's a waterfall on the southern side of the island that will allow you to sneak in, so long as you're circumspect. I guess you should also know.
He grimaces.
The island's residents might not take too kindly to your presence if you're found. They're, prickly bunch. But I'm sure that won't be a problem for you.
Before you have a chance to respond to the spirit's warnings, you notice Constantine hovering nervously behind you. Did you need something?
No, I just...
Clears his throat nervously.
Thing is, I might know something about that box there. A little more than something. All I'm saying is, maybe you don't want to touch it. Maybe we tie a big rock to it and throw it overboard. Right now.
I think you will love Forgotten Sanctum, even if the combat is intense, while Seeker Slayer Survivor's almost exclusively challenging fighting encounters. Yeah, we'll do that last. I'm thinking we do Seeker Slayer Survivor last. I'm going to need a bit more to go on than that, Constantine.
It's a box with a dead man's head in it.
Actually, there's a spirit in the head, too. I've already been talking to him.
Great. That's great.
Constantine, seriously, you seem to know a lot about this. Why?
Maybe we should talk about it later. You seem to have your hands full.
Hey, hello? I'm still here. Are you going to help us? We could really use the help.
I'll help however I can when I get there.
Once we've arrived, I can help you find your way into the heart of the island. You know, if you want me to. I wouldn't want to presume. In the meantime, I'll be here. Well, behind you, really, with the rest of the spirits following you around.
Grants Moatu's aid. Severed head feels as heavy as a coconut. It feels faintly of embalming, smells faintly of embalming spices, with thyme and lavender standing out in a subtle bouquet. A soul bound to the decaying flesh rests in a dormant state, but the right incentive could usher it back to awareness for a limited span of time. Once per rest, wielder summons Moatu to their side. His attacks heal the wielder if they are nearby, become more powerful as if he is empowered by the souls of the crucible. Nice. All right.
Let's get a move on.
All right, you still don't want to talk then, Constantine. Fine, fine. I get it. Dick. We'll get more information out of you yet. I don't think there was anything else I wanted to... Adair, do we need to have a discussion, buddy?
What's on your mind?
Nope, you're fine.
You look like you have something on your...
Same thing with you, Ayla. Okay, all right. Nobody wants to talk to me. Fine, I get it. I get it. I will admit, after the roller coaster that was the character quests for the Grieving Mother and Durance, I'm kind of disappointed that we don't really have... Who the fuck brought a deer onto my ship? Either way, I'm kind of disappointed that we really haven't had... The closest we've kind of had is Takehub with the constant conversations with Andra. So Forgotten Sanctum. The first thing we're going to do is check in with... I have 94,000. We should check in with the Deck of Many Things first to see if there's anything... yeah, identify, hail a ship, and prepare to board. I don't remember if there's anything unique here that I wanted to buy from them. Oh, wrong one. But I'm actually thinking what we need to manage first, Tenwin, is the Principe and their quest for the Darkozi Paladin. Unless that sets me into a permanent... Also, can I unlock this without you getting mad? I can. Can I look in here? Yes, I can. Okay, cool. I don't...
Might I interest you in a new cloak?
Let me see what you have. Sass of Judgment. Deal 10% damage against enemies above 50% health. Enemies deal plus 10% damage against the wearer while above 50% health. Still not the worst idea. I'm not sure. I just can't guarantee it won't lock you in. Well, then we will make a hard save before that. Grants the Village Fool. Combat only. Immune to resolve afflictions minus 10. Granting all friends and foes immunity to resolve affliction, but also reducing their deflection. No. Grants Lockdown once per rest. Untargetable, stunned versus will. Prisoners isolated, leaving them unable to act, but also unable to be suspected by outsides. Gains +3 to accuracy. +3 is really not that good, unfortunately. Trollhide Belt is fucking worthless. Minoleta's Bounding Missiles is nice, but you only get to use it 10 times. That sucks. Swordsman's Bracers, Boots of Stealth. You know what? These are pretty cheap. We're just going to go ahead and grab those. Boots of Speed are never worth it. Never worth it. That much. All right. Captain Thanik. Wow. I still cannot...
I know just the thing. There we are.
There we go. What's in here? Ring of Reset, Slippers of the Assassin, Necklace of Possibilities. Transforms a random magical weapon at the start of combat. That seems very strange. Grants the power of money. Right. I might get that and then go raiding with my, off stream at some point and just kill a bunch of ships for their stuff and then sell it so that I can have enough money for... Because if that works, 15% hits converted to crits is great. 200k was the top. Oh, we could hit that easy. I could... If we end up making enemies of the Principe, I could just end up destroying a lot of their ships. Alright, I'm pretty sure that's just his inventory.
Finding everything to your liking, Captain.
Let me see what you have. Faith Saving Grace, immune to injury, affliction, revive with 9,999 health. I'm assuming that is absolutely vital to solo players. Enemies attacked by the wearer require one additional ally to flank. Grants shadow form. Once per encounter, the wearer's killing blow causes them to become invisible for a short duration, granting them means to escape or strike again. We've seen the necklace, Cloak of Poverty, which is the opposite. Yeah, the less currency you have, the higher the stat bonus. Ring of Prosperity's Fortune. I'm just going to go ahead and buy that. It's fine. Apply Confused to enemies that hit the wearer with an intellect affliction. Plus 25% trap effectiveness, -1 to stealth. Grants Lone Traveler. Doesn't really help. I always take a full party. Deck of Endless Possibilities once per encounter. But one encounter suggests an initial creator be none other than the eccentric Adherent Archmage Tane. While the majority of his work is secreted away, likely due to being catastrophic failures, this deck remains a testament to his ingenuity. Some colleagues speculate that Tane intentionally imbued some of his own essence into the deck, which accounts both for its chaotic nature and powerful effects. Fuck it, why not? Because that's a once per encounter ability, and it's drawing a card, so why not? Let's find out if something strange happens. Nothing else I want from you. Thank you. Deck of many things, let's go.
What are you in the market for?
Yeah, Belt of Magrin's Chosen, Linked in Flame, 3% damage dealt as burn. Don't want that when we're fighting against small chance to summon a hostile Fire Blight on hit. Ugh. Hilea's Talons. 25% chance on scoring a melee weapon hit to cause the enemy or wielder raw damage over time. 5% damage dealt as slash with melee weapons. Interesting. Might be able to get some use out of that. Immune to Dexterity Afflictions, -10 dull defenses, not worth it. Don't need any of those. I'll just take that then. Thank you. I think the Lagufeth was the only other merchant.
How do you know if these things want you to pet them?
Adair, it's a living, breathing creature that has intelligence. If it maybe asks something, you know, consent, my dude. It's living thing. Not even just a living thing. It's an intelligent, sentient thing. Don't just assume you can put your hand on it. Ugh. Necklace of the Harvest Moon. -5% recovery time for 6 seconds on critical hit. Grants Midnight Wish, which is a nice emergency. Unfortunately, it's a neck item, which we have too many neck items still. All animals are sentient only if you're sapient. Sorry, sapient. I get the two often confused. -8 to intellect, but gain resistance to perception, afflictions, intellect afflictions, and resolve afflictions. Honestly, that might actually be good on someone like Adair, because Adair doesn't care about AoE, and that's usually all that intellect affects, so we'll consider that. Aothis is light. Once per rest, causes fire damage and blind in an AoE, and 10% chance to reflect spells. Let me guess, neck item. Yeah, it's a neck item, of course. It's a fucking neck item. Fine, it's a unique, though. I'll grab them. Why not? At some point, we will buy all the uniques in the game. Just not quite yet. Let's go ahead and drop these off in the meantime. No, I just put them in the fucking inventory. Actually, hold on. Where did I just put that? Shit. No. Where did it go? Fuck. Was it in here? No. There it is. I'll keep that on my person. See if maybe we can get some use out of it. But yes, sapient, Tedwin. Sapient is what I meant. Intelligent. Actually capable of all that. you know what I mean. Anyway, while we have a short rec in detailed and deep dialogue, did you see my wish for how Endless Wonder should structure its units that I posted on Discord? I did catch some of that. Yes, Tenwin. Personally, I think that they either need to go that route or they need to make it so that, because I don't quite know how the customization system worked in the first game, but if they could make it so that it's like you only have 3 or 4 base units, but each different upgrade you put on them radically changes how the unit functions, that could also serve as an interesting way to do it. Like, putting a magical effect on a light infantry is radically different than putting a magical effect on a heavy infantry or something like that. Essentially, you would start with a very simple set of units, but then as you unlocked new technologies, that would diversify rapidly. And add time. I hope that makes sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 27, 28, 29, 30. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. See, because I don't see how fighting for the fleet would tie us into their story. I would feel like you'd have to make that choice after that. The first Legend game only had 3 units. Yeah, I remember you mentioned that. Problem was they had like 2 weapon types they could equip, like a standard infantry equipped melee weapon and sword, or a 2-handed melee weapon. And then with strategic resources version of each, was firmly locked units specific role. See, that's what I mean, Tenwin. Like, it would have to be radically different. Like, you'd have a light infantry, and then you could equip them with a sword for standard attacks. Spears would give them greater range. Axes would give them greater armor penetration. Magic, equipping them with just magic turns them into like light infantry magic skirmishers. Equipping them with a bow turns them into a range unit. Like, they would have to expand not the unit type, but the equipment types so that you could truly customize your force how you wanted. And then equipping, say, heavy infantry isn't the same. So equipping light infantry with spears turns them into like a basic line holder unit. Equipping heavy infantry with spears turns them into pikemen with even greater reach, but even less mobility than usual. But equipping them with magic turns them into like battle mages that are actually meant to get like right up close to the enemy and engage in brawling battles. Stuff like that. You basically have 2 choices. You can either flesh out the units themselves or you can flesh out the upgrade system. And personally, just from a customization standpoint, I personally would like to flesh out the upgrade system. But that's also just because that's different than most games. You're better off expanding unit types so they keep their upgrade system, that is. Yeah, you're probably correct, Sid. It's just in my head, I would really like that idea. And that's just me as an outsider talking. That's what I wanted more or less, but even more expanded, because in Endless Legend 1, the idea was that you would use your units and then fill the holes that will exist in your roster with minor faction units that had different preferences and styles. The issue was that the minor factions you had access to was more or less RNG. Yeah. I would actually say keep the minor faction system, but it maybe instead of units from them, you get unique upgrades from them. And that also changes how units you equip those upgrades with are able to function. Something to that extent. But yeah, we're going to check in on dunnage first. And we'll see. I need to see if I need to add anything here. Let's just go ahead and drop off the food in here. Drop off some of the extra rum, the extra fruit, the palohe nuts. And I think that's it. Yep. Oh, I meant to... Right, oh, fuck it. It doesn't matter. Our crew's good enough. Alright, let's just zip along, please. Oh, you have received an important missive from Hazanui Karu. Hope you've recovered from your ordeal at Magritt's Teeth. Come see me at the Imperial Command in the Brass Citadel when you return to Nekataka. The way to Ukaizo lies open before us, but I require your help with a final matter. Ooh. Minor quest? Interesting.
You find yourself in cold, suffocating darkness.
No.
There is a familiar wind in your hand. A lantern. It sputters to life, and the world shifts into focus. A staircase spirals endlessly below you. With nowhere else to go, you start down. A wave of blistering heat.
Hello, everybody. Oh, god damn it, Andra. Hold on. Oh, god, it even moved. It even fucking... God damn it, Andra. Fuck it. Ah, there.
Fighting.
I'll read this because the narrative we got... She has 4. Andra's tits. A wave of blistering heat hits you, then a sea salt wind, divine voices boom and screech. The world shake. Their words shake the platform beneath you and shake the very air around you. The gods are fighting.
Lay your blame elsewhere, Wodica. I won't suffer your arguments any longer.
Mogren looms large before you, an accusing finger leveled at the melted visage of Wodica. Wodica screws her mouth into a sneer.
You fool! If only we had attacked him when I first proposed it.
Accusations drip bitter as bile from her tongue.
I know, Sint, I'm just paranoid, especially because in CRPGs like this, I don't know how long we're going to be sitting here, and I don't know what Twitch is going to define as the sole focus. He knows he doesn't want to risk it, at least not right now. Like, I'm sorry, I just don't. Again, like, in other games, the scene probably wouldn't last very long, but we're going to be talking to them probably for a while here. And I'm worried that the longer it is on screen, the more the Twitch algorithm will go, dude, I think he's making this the focus. Sole focus is a poor game. Sint, I agree with you, and I know that that's the letter of the TOS. I don't always agree that Twitch actually follows the letter of their own TOS. Twitch doesn't care, doesn't like those dirty VTs. They'll get them and they won't care. Yeah, it'll be even more hilarious if I have no problems while I'm at PNG, and then as soon as I get a VTuber model, everything goes to shit because they start looking at me more seriously. Like Sid, I believe you, and I know what you're saying is objectively correct. Unfortunately, Twitch is run by non-objectively minded Twitch mods, so I'm doing what I can. They don't care. I mean, they don't care about some people, Tenwin. Let's be very honest. They don't care about some people. No. Shut up.
Even the Kith loses patience with you, Wodica.
Nengati, Andra, that goes for you too. Shut the fuck up.
The pallid knight looks down at you, a frown etched deep in her otherwise statue-still features.
I am afraid we are not at our best.
Oh, is that what you call this little charade of a fucking pantheon? Bunch of apples here. Maybe you could stuff your mouse with them. Yeah, that would work.
The Watchers returned. Perhaps we should hear what he has to say.
Helia's birds chatter anxiously among themselves. Wal's many eyes alight on each god in turn.
We make little enough progress on our own.
Progress? Oh, do you have a new plan on how to potentially get me killed trying to fix your fuck-ups? The only one I vaguely am open to listening to. I mean, if Abaddon was here, I'd at least be willing to hear him out, but yeah, other than those two.
We try, but agreement eludes us.
Andra's storm-dark eyes swivel to meet yours.
So that's different from how you all operate normally. How?
Is there nothing we can do?
Mogren glances at the pallid knight from the corner of her eye. After a thoughtful pause, she speaks.
The time has come for us to seize the power we have long left untouched and absorb our scattered children.
What?
Andra nods, her lure bobbing bright.
Terrible though it would be, perhaps you are right.
So wait, because I already think I see where this is going. Are you seriously telling me that your answer to what Aethys is planning now is a genocide? Remember that mentioned that Godlike had gotten rare in the Species Guide video? I do not recall that, but that makes sense. Okay, so me playing a Godlike throughout these games just made even more sense for why my character would be invested in this. Fuck you all. Fuck you all. You invest random mortals with a small, tiny sliver of your power, which not only usually fucks with their life, makes them completely infertile so they can never have a family, but now fucking it's 80%. Some godlikes have other purpose. I don't know if that's the case even, Tenwin. This is I'm literally gagging from how bad this is. Are you considering what Magrin mentioned once before?
I did, and I was scolded like a child for my terrible audacity.
A curl of steam rises from her nose. The pallid knight looks on, impassive.
Should we be killed in our god forms, we can possess you, our godlike children. Or should we face a force too powerful to stand against, we can absorb your souls, granting us additional strength.
What?
Yes, your life and thousands of others would be forfeit to serve the greater good.
The pallid knight speaks with the chilly temperance possessed only by the god of death.
10 win. Don't give me that. That's very close to what sounds like a spoiler. Please, careful, please. Who's good? Yours?
We are your gods, forged of thousands upon thousands of willing souls sacrificed on the altar of progress. Yes, our good is greater.
That this is what this moment states. It's what it states if I let it happen. It's what it states if I let it happen. Our good is greater. Oh my. You know what, Bareth? I was really hoping you'd be halfway decent, but it seems like you're really set on making me pissed off again.
But the time for that plan has long passed us by.
Are we to keep nothing for ourselves? Not a single secret retained? Not a solitary mystery?
Whale, are you contributing anything to this conversation? No? Shut the fuck up.
Mogren elbows one of Wal's floating eyes away.
Aethys will lay bare our every secret soon enough. What is one or two revealed now? But we get ahead of ourselves. First, the Watcher must get to Ukaizo, and that will be a trial all its own.
Right, because I haven't had one of those lately.
Mogren smiles.
And more are yet to come.
You just committed genocide on your supposed chosen people. You don't have room to talk right now, Magrin. Shut the fuck up.
The Guardian of Ukaizo has stood watch over that place for millennia. It will not stand aside, not even for Bareth's herald.
Then I hope you will enjoy watching me kill yet another one of your massive overpowered servants, Ngati. I honestly hope you will be forced to watch. I hope that you are forced to sit here while Wotica holds your head in position so you watch as I kill one of your followers. I am sick and tired of your bullshit.
Helia, who had been lost in quiet, anxious conversation with her birds, breaks in.
It yet lives.
Of course. Our progenitors crafted it.
A pair of Helia's finches come to join Wal's floating eye. They hover just out of Mogren's reach and swoop in to poke her when she's not looking.
Oh, look at that. More Ingwithan bullshit left behind to make sure that your guys' plan comes to fruition.
And the Watcher will be forced to reckon with it if he wishes to confront Aethys.
The birds at last linger too long, and Mogren slaps them away. They burst into a cloud of essence, then reform, and fly in a screeching chorus back to Helia.
I don't suppose anyone would be willing to tell me what I'm going to be facing with this Guardian of Ukaizo.
A creature crafted by the Ingwithans to protect the machinery of reincarnation. It doesn't care much for visitors.
Big shock.
Will you divulge our every secret to the Kith, Mogren?
Whale, you continue to offer nothing to this conversation. Why are you here? Oh, that's right, because Aethys' entire point is the unveiling of all the secrets. Does he have a specific beef with you? Because it kind of feels like he does in some way. Regardless, again, why are you here?
Mogren shrugs.
If it suits me.
Go prepared, Watcher. The Guardian will not stand aside, not even for the Herald of Bareth.
Again, do you have any practical advice, any suggestions, any information given the fact that you made the damn thing?
Where's the challenge in that?
Shut
Mogren's
the
black teeth
fuck
shine.
up. You burning, vapid whore. I am channeling Durance right now, you stupid cunt. I do not want to hear another word from you about challenges and trials. I am sick and fucking tired of that. Really enjoy playing a super religious and obedient Watcher, mostly because I enjoy the idea of my character trying to rationalize it. I am going in the exact opposite direction, Tenwin. I am done with these people's bullshit. During a cheerleading dance in the background, pom-poms and all, probably. Durance is off in the middle of the Deerwood somewhere, and he suddenly a single tear rolls down his eye, and he's just like, I don't know why I'm crying, but I feel happy, and I don't know why.
There is another topic we have yet to address.
The Pallid Knight holds up one gauntleted hand, and the other gods fall silent.
Tell me, Watcher, where do you stand? What do you think of Aothus's scheme to destroy the wheel?
Oh. Firstly, dear, mother dear, what will happen when Aothus destroys the wheel?
The Pallid Knight spreads wide her hands.
Think of the beyond as a reservoir, the in-between as storm clouds, and souls as rain. When a living thing dies, its soul enters the in-between. And when the in-between grows full, it releases souls into the beyond, where they wait to be redistributed to new bodies, new lives. The wheel is the process by which souls are moved from the in-between to the beyond, from the rain cloud to the reservoir, and from the reservoir into the living world. Without the wheel to mediate the transfer and redistribution of souls, the souls of all who die remain in the in-between. And without souls to fill it, the beyond gradually empties, trapping all of the remaining souls in existence in the in-between. When the beyond is empty and the last creature on Aora dies, that is the end of everything. It is Rimergon's future, the one he wants for us.
See, that doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound right just from what we know. Just from what we've heard about from what existed before the Ingwithan gods, that still doesn't sound right. It still sounds like you're bullshitting me to cover your own asses.
You begin to see our dilemma, I hope.
Tell us, Watcher. Where do you stand?
We can no longer count on you, if we ever could. We will figure this out. One way or the other.
Perhaps you misunderstand. This is not a test you will overcome on your own. Aothus intends to change the fundamental structure of life and death. Does that not frighten you? You, Kith, who are most vulnerable.
Good line, but no. Oh, I'm terrified. I just don't care.
Aothus loves the mortals more than any of us. He has always been their greatest champion. He believes Kith will rise to his challenge. I am not so sure, but I look forward to watching them try.
I do have to ask, how in the hells did he fool you all? You, the most powerful, saying that with immense air quotes, beings in Aora.
He found our blind spot and exploited it admirably. By the time we even had a hint of what it was he intended, it was already too late to stop him.
If we still had our bodies, we could oppose him.
Wodika balls her bony hands into fists and glares long at Andra.
Do not lay your blame on me. We set them aside after I killed Abaddon, it is true, but you did not fight the decision then.
She turns her back on Wodika then, and looks instead to the Pallid Knight.
What if Aothus is right, and Kith succeed in rebuilding the wheel? What then?
Then we'll remake our world. We'll build and grow without you.
Such hubris.
This coming from the woman who styles herself Queen of the Gods and has already been cast down once. Do not speak to me of hubris.
Kith will make a mess of things. You cannot help yourselves. You must be controlled, lest you stray and fail.
Dear Wodika, please remind me again, what are you gods made of? Oh, that's right, the souls of Kith. So, please, apply that to yourselves, and realize how fucking stupid you sound.
And what if they fail? Then they die. And so do we.
And none of this might have happened if you all hadn't fucked with the whole process in the first place, but hey, we're a couple millennia removed from fixing that decision.
We have to help them.
Helia's voice rises, near to panic.
Holy shit, is one of you actually going to do something useful for once?
Wodika drives her fist into her hand.
Help them! We should finally bring them to heel!
And there's the tyrant of the group. Shut the fuck up, Wodika.
The Pallid Knight raises a hand and stares at Wodika until she falls silent.
Watcher, Aothus yet values your counsel.
The Pallid Knight's eyes bore into yours.
An impassioned plea from the Hound of Aothus may still temper his actions. Confront him at Ukaizo.
I don't owe any of you anything anymore.
Only your life.
A faint smile plays at the corner of the pallid knight's lips.
And your plans that you've made here, Mother Dearest, have proven just how little that is worth to any of you. So tell me, why should I consider it so highly if none of you do?
Time moves swiftly away from us now.
The pallid knight spreads her hands before her.
Go, Watcher. Do what you must.
The edges of your vision begin to dim. Like a sun setting, twilight encroaches on your mind. The pallid knight conjures a blinding white light in her palm that swiftly grows to engulf the room. Then, the crack of thunder rends the air, and you feel the floor drop out beneath you. You come to flat on your back, staring at an all-too-familiar ceiling. Alone, once again.
More salt in this storybook section than any DLC. True. This is pure salt. This isn't upset at game mechanics. This isn't getting frustrated at an encounter. This is pure actual anger. Even at my worst, yelling at the game because of its combat mechanics, that is annoyance just taken to an extreme. This is genuine anger. I'ma say it. I hope Aethys wins. And I hope we help him. Now don't get me wrong. He's killed a lot of people. He is in the wrong for how he's done it. He is the first who deserves to be banished of the gods. But I still hope he wins. Because he's fucking right at this point. We killed Theos. We ended him. It's time we go whole hog and deal with the rest of them. Alright, gonna make a hard save here in case this does tie us into a singular thing. Also, probably don't want to bring Maya or Takehu in on this one. We're going to bring Aloth and Seraphim. Just in case. We visited the merchants here. So, I also don't think they have anything that we need, I don't think. No. Alright. Up to the Balefire Beacon. Ah, that felt good. That felt good ripping into them. That felt good. Shut up, Console Hot.
I've been loyal to you a long time, Ferrante, but I cannot abide this.
Oh?
Over here, my friend.
What is it?
Diverus, is it settled now? I do not like having my hand forced by some rogue god.
Oh, I forgot that there were other members of the Consuelo that we hadn't even met yet.
Indeed, the vote has been cast. There can be no dispute. The traitor Aldis will hang.
Oh.
Your vote of confidence is appreciated, my Consuelo. Rest assured, you have made the right decision.
The Black Pox seas we have? What a fucking farce! Mark my words, Councilman. Your souls will be damned for this scheme.
The captain rubs the handle of her gun, but wisely does not draw it.
Do not forget your promise, Ferrante. With Eldis out of the way, you will sail us to Ukaizo, well before the Juana, the Valen Trading Company, or any others can plunder it.
The fun fact, if you haven't dealt with Benwith at this point, Eldis would already be captured in a cage at the top of the tower. That makes sense, because she would think that she had an even number of votes, only to find out Benwith betrayed her, and then she would be captured.
The god will lead us there, and the floating hangman will navigate the storms.
Ferrante nods at the two council members before you.
Your timing is impeccable, as always.
The highest-ranking member of the Council of Captains tugs the frilled edge of his sleeve before offering you a charming smile.
We have just concluded a vote of phenomenal importance.
Blast this! You can outvote me, but you can't make me stay and watch.
Mad Marina spits at the foot of her chair before storming away.
One of our Consuelo members, Captain Aldis, has been charged and found guilty of those crimes, punishable by death.
He clears his throat beneath your scrutiny, and those crimes would be...
Defiance. On several past occasions, Aldis has willfully dismissed the mandates of the Consuelo.
He ticks the count on his fingers. So she's rebellious. What pirate isn't?
Oh, there is more.
Ferrante raises a second finger, adding to the list of crimes.
Negligence. Too often, Aldis has outright neglected her responsibilities to the Consuelo. When a meeting is called, the presence of all members is required.
In other words, she didn't come running when you called. He grins sharkishly, a third finger held in the air.
Excessive cruelty. Aldis and her new bloods often commit extreme violence in pursuit of financial gain. This drives our foes to take harsher measures against us.
I would rather point out that he works willingly with slavers who are not known for not using excessive cruelty, so...
Sedition, which you witnessed firsthand when Aldis negotiated with our enemies without the consent of the Consuelo. She has single-handedly endeavored to spark a civil war within the Principe on multiple occasions. And, worst of all...
He waggles his thumb.
Betrayal. Aldis sacrificed an entire crew of Principe in an ill-fated attempt to lure out the floating hangman so that she might captain it. This Consuelo session is now concluded. Watcher, might I have a word with you in confidence? What happened at Margran's teeth changes everything. We must acquire the floating hangman if we've any hope to reach Ukaizo before Eothas destroys everything. Which brings me to my current problem. Somehow, Aldis has uncovered a means to summon the floating hangman, but she is hunkered within her stronghold of Fort Deadlight. Myself and the others of the Consuelo must lay siege to get to her. However, you have a means of entry to the fortress.
His eyes narrow, ruthless, and calculating.
I need what she knows before I can hang her. Obtain it for me, and I will grant you her seat on the Consuelo.
You can side with Aldis if Benwith is alive. I mean, I'm assuming I could actually sail down to the Deadlight and talk to her right away and try to get on her side. I just don't want it to lock me in. But the fact that there's a leave option, I'll see what I can do.
Sail to Fort Deadlight and seize the answers which Aldis has secreted for her own gain.
So... Okay, see, so hold on. See, it does not seem like this has locked me in. Hold on, I'm gonna have no choice but to pull this up and see if there's an actual... Let me see here. Pillars of Eternity 2, Honor Among Thieves. Does it lock you in to the Principe? Let's see here. Let me see here. Maybe the official wiki might have something. Trying not to read any details. I'm not sure. Hold on. What is the main quest? What is the main quest called? It does. Hold on. I've gotten this far. It doesn't lock you in if you talk to Aldis. Okay, so what I want to look for is the coming storm. Hold on. Hold on. Let me pull that up. The coming storm. Okay, so... Oh boy, this is hard to parse. I am very... okay, I think... Sorry, I'm trying to figure this all out. I think we can do this? Risking spoilers. I just skimmed it. I stayed away from any of the story sections. Also, I just remembered that I am way too big. Hold on. There we go. That should be good. Apologies. I completely forgot to resize that after we're done. So I think... okay, hold on. That's weird. Where's the Golfin Chara? Where is Pym? Isn't he a captain as well? Two-eyed Pym. Yeah. Weird. And there's the ad. God damn it. I'm not even going to do my hand exercises. I'm debating now. I'm debating in my head. I'm surprised Seraphim didn't say anything. I kind of brought him along hoping he would say something. But I'm not sure exactly how we're doing this. At least from the sound of it,
I shall.
Quite frankly, it really feels like the Principi are going to have to go. We're probably going to side with the Huana. And I don't think... Ugh. I don't know. Ferrante and Eldis are both horrible fucking people as far as this goes, and neither of them have much of anything for the Deadfire to actually be useful. And again, they've been reaving and raiding this region for almost 3 centuries now. Doesn't lock you in if you talk to Aldis, and that's all it says there. I'm thinking that's the good idea then. Come on, finish up the ad. Choose some gold rot and root them out. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to kill Ferrante just yet. I want to talk to Eldis. I want to figure out what else we can do before I go any further. Also, why is Seraphim in the front? That is not how this should go. Seraphim there, Jody there, Seraphim and me there. There we go. All right, the ad is done. Can we talk?
Meet with Aldis, you know what I'm hoping for.
No, if we tell him that, he's gonna hanging a Consuelo member is such an unfortunate
Leave it to
thing.
the new bloods to betray each other.
What happened to Two-Eyed Pym? Isn't he a fucking Consuelo member? Where the fuck is he? And I thought he was on Ferrante's faction, so you'd think he would be involved in this. Weird. Okay. Let's go talk to Eldis then. We can at least talk to her. Figure out what's going on. Come on, game. Come on. And Fort Deadlight. It's kind of weird that Fort Deadlight is that close to Port Bajé. I kind of keep forgetting that that's the case. There we go.
Are you ready to meet up? Right this.
It is like 10 hours of sailing away. I know, but in the grand scheme of the world map, it's still fairly close. Okay, quick save here. Party gained experience. Please tell me that didn't change anything. Yeah. I'm assuming this will update if I lock in anywhere and we'll know to reload.
Ah, Captain. Beholding you never ceases to be a wonder. I only wish we met under more pleasurable circumstances.
She rubs her thumb over her bottom lip, blue and black eyes hooded with desire, for bloodshed and for other things.
You wanted to speak with me? Well, consider me a captive audience.
Storming the palace was pretty brazen, don't you think?
Aye, but necessary. Do you disapprove of my tactics?
My approval doesn't really matter. I just want to know what the plan is.
The storms would be problematic for sure. If I didn't already have a plan to take command of the floating hangman so as to utterly quell them. We'll sail on through easy as you please. But first, I have a bit of research to hunt down. Last bit of the puzzle, if you will. I'll let you know when it's all set, Loveson.
Ferrante convinced the council to have you hanged.
How fucking dare he!
Furiously, she flips the swollen net about her
I
neck.
should hardly be surprised after all you've told me. There's only one way to take the floating hangman. And that's through the death of a captain.
Oh.
Him or me.
Ferrante thinks you're withholding information about it as well.
He thinks now, does he?
He knows.
Guess it was only a matter of time. I knew the spies I strung up by their guts couldn't have been the only ones. They were just the poor squabs who got caught.
That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work either. These people have made it abundantly clear that neither of these types of options are ever going to work with them. I mean, diplomatic might work for Ferrante a little bit, but we are way past that working with them. What are you planning?
Life or death, that's what. The future of the Principe is at stake. Ferrante covets the floating hangman in order to enforce his control of the Principe, not to protect us from our outside enemies. Nor to beat your rampaging god to Ukaizo. But I'm 2 leagues ahead of Ferrante. I know how to summon and command the floating hangman. Of course, I destroyed the information as soon as I uncovered Ferrante's spies. You'll never learn it without me.
I thought we had an understanding.
You're right. I do want to trust you.
She looks you up and down appraisingly,
But
considering.
if we're to help each other, there is one thing I want from you in return for the floating hangman. That cockrot Ferrante needs to go. Hang him, gut him, I don't care. But get rid of him. Alright?
Consider killing Eldis and just getting the info from her before just beeline to the ending because I was pretty tired at this point. See, I'm not tired at all, Lord Brownbear. I don't know what to tell you. It's just I think it's because I did all the exploration before continuing the main story, so I'm kind of in this point where I'm just ready to just plow through everything that's left plus the DLCs. I'm enjoying my time. I'm sorry that you didn't have as good of a time. I'll see it done. Her mist-colored eyes gleam with a dark excitement.
I'll sail to Dunwich and take command of the Principe as soon as Ferrante is gone.
So they want, remove Ferrante from power. No updates here, so that's good. Oh. Interesting. Yep. I was about to leave Seraphin because I assumed he would turn on us if we openly attacked the Principe. Maybe it's because I did the diplomacy route like you did, but in my heart I enjoy violence. That could also be the case. The Principe need to go. I'm tired of pretending otherwise. Let me see here. Hot razor skewers? Hot razor skewers. Let's just go ahead and top everybody off.
The elf holds his grimoire like a clumsy
Shut up,
initiate.
console hot. Doors closed? Doors closed. Good. Good.
I got it.
That's good. Let me see. A rogue, spellblade, a buccaneer, a brute, and Captain Eldis. Yep. Yep.
Happy to oblige.
Jody, if you could sit up there. Seraphin, if you'd sit up there. Aloth, please sit up here. Thank you kindly. It's a shame.
Attack!
I really thought we could do something. Not gonna do Ferrante first? No. He'll be next. When he thinks that we've come to help him, he'll be next. Let me see here. Form of the hapless beast. Throw it on the spellblade. Get them out of the fight immediately. Go ahead and strength and defenses, +2 armor rating, -2 armor rating. Go ahead and cast that on. Oh, we're not allowed to. Can't cast that either. All right. Jody, go ahead and Wicked Briars. No.
Arthek Worthy.
No, you don't, Captain Eldis. Go. Jody, if you'd be so kind, just go ahead and zap her with that, please. Aloth, if you'd be so kind, go ahead and hit him with that. Adair, I won't make you attack that because I know you don't like to attack animals, even if it is just a transformed person.
I'm not sure I can.
And there goes Captain Eldis. Y'all are about to discover that I have already dealt with far worse than fucking pirates. Disintegrate him. Go ahead and give them a hand. And poop. There he goes.
What for, Cap?
Bit by bit, this is all coming to an end. Also, I need your stuff to sell. That's also true. And we have achieved her weapon, the one-handed sword Hell's Beckoning. Legendary, +2% corrosion damage for 60 seconds on hit, stacks up 10 times. See, that is a good buff. plus 15 accuracy against spirit targets, and veil-piercing attacks. One of 2 weapons once carried by the legendary dwarf grave robber Dirtir Phaedrod, the sword produces a sharp, acrid odor when drawn from its scabbard. Dirtir wielded it against many enemies in mausoleums and long-forgotten crypts throughout his countless adventures for plunder and glory. Its corrosive blade cuts through both incorporeal spirits and flesh alike. It can also achieve Beckoning, summon a Hell Imp upon killing a spirit, cast Noxious Cloud upon killing a spirit, adds additional corrosion damage for 60 seconds, stacks up to 15 times, and when Tainted Blade has 10 stacks, sicken the target on crit.
What for,
Not bad, not bad.
I'll handle this.
The captain's soul simmers over the length of her body, roiling and turbulent as the sea. The soul slides away from your touch, slippery as water, but it can't evade you forever. Soon enough, you're plunging into the howling, thunderous memories. Untold moments flash through your mind, bright as heat lightning, gone just as quickly. Raids you've commanded, tombs you've ransacked, gilded riches and fusty tomes that you've ripped from Aora's heart. Frustration mounts, then slips away. At last, the treasure you sought for weeks is found, the Chronicles of Lucia. You devour it cover to cover, insatiable to unearth the information you need. Lucia took an undying oath to protect the Ungoliero de Espiers, the Dracosi's royal estoc, which Isir the Betherathian later stole from her. The ritual bound Lucia's soul to the sword. The blade beckons the paladin like a burning flame in the dark, but its fire only ignites when drawn out of its scabbard by an ancient Darkosi oath. Holding the estoc and repeating the following oath will unsheath its power, drawing Lucia and her floating hangman out to a spot of your choosing upon the sea. Yoguri de prodigera ma paladina med Darkosi id ur justi regli mea Aurelia Darkosi eri. Guricule Loreto bon amo ai bafetta e pore per ecue mau te kenes iaces me converande. I swear to guard the Darkosi Palace and its rightful rulers, the scions of Aurelia Darkosi. I swear to them my love, my life, and or may Magran's fires consume me. You even already have the sword. Yeah, we picked up the sword a while back when we managed... Being a death godlike and having high diplomacy, we were able to convince the Death Knight to hand it over pretty easily. You grin triumphantly, and the world wobbles beneath your feet.
What for?
All right, who's ready to fight our way out? Did we actually grab everything from in here? I think we did. Yeah, we did when we killed Berith, or Benwith, or whatever the fuck his name was. The guy who turned out to be not nearly as important as I thought he was going to be, given how he acted in the beginning of the game. We did grab everything? Yes, we did. All right. Well, time to fight our way out of here. This is going to go badly. Brutal Benwith. Ah, yes. Yep. He's just a bully. He was just a big bad bully, and we blew him the fuck up. Yep, that's what I thought. Well. Yeah, I see them. I see them. Captain. I know what's going to happen here. Yeah? You don't mind? I would appreciate. Go ahead and pause. Cast that there. Aloth, if you would be so kind, please go ahead and cast this right here. Oh, shit. He's going to be off on the timing there. That's fine. Oh, dear God. No, do not run into your own spell, you dipshit. Oh, dear. I mean, I don't really have a choice. Oh, God, they're all dying. Oh, God. Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God. Oh, they're exploding. Okay, that was... Okay, I kind of feel bad for that. Oh, dear Lord, we just... Oh, dear God. Oh, the humanity.
Done and done.
So are the rest of you don't care? The rest of you don't care? I mean, to be fair, they did just watch about 24 of their fellows try to come after me, and all of them exploded. So, yeah. Yeah, okay. I'll admit that was a bit much. That was a bit much. Unfortunately, I don't feel like leaving anybody. So what's the hotkey for this? I don't know what the hotkey is for this. We're killing them all. Every pirate dies. Every single one.
Aye, As you wish.
Every single member of Aeldis' faction, every single person in Dunwich who tries to stop me, they're all going down. Please tell me that did not just put that in his inventory. Good. What? What, Lord Brown? This is what you people wanted. I finally have a reason to actually do this shit, and yet now you're all gonna bitch at me about it? Everyone in this fortress dies. I'm not bitching. I know you're not. Hello, Miss Cook.
I shall deal with this one.
I'll take that. All right, who else is down here? Y'all are about to have a very bad time. I just think the devil on your shoulder, I didn't think you'd actually do it. Brown Bear, I am very much against brutally massacring and committing random acts of slaughter. The Principi have been raiding this land for 3 centuries. This isn't a brutal massacre. This is ending a war.
Me too.
The Principi have been here for 3 centuries. They could have built a nation. They could have worked with the Huana or even just outright conquered them and actually built something that lasts. Instead, they decided to be aspects of their worst nature, and they did so for 3 centuries. This is over. I'm ending this. It's done. One way or the other, the Principi are done. That leads to the forge. That leads to the underground docks. All right, we're clearing it out. That leads back up. Who else is left? I know there's more of you. Where you at? There he is.
Yeah, that's it.
We're clearing out the fort, and then we're destroying Dunwich. Come on. There we go. Most of your guys' stuff isn't even worth that much, but it doesn't matter. It all goes. Every single one of it. Every man or woman who flies under the Principi flag and refuses to surrender is going down. Every single one. All right, who's left? Think on it. I shouldn't be surprised. You gave the Dominals the same treatment, though I wasn't there for that. Yep, pretty much. I gave the Dominals every opportunity to stop fucking with me, and they refused. And since they decided to continue being assholes, I decided to end them for once and fucking all.
These uns are in for a walloping.
Goodbye. Come on. Oh, we didn't even get any loot from that? That's a shame. Alright. Anything left down here? Medical supplies, I'll take those. We actually need those. Did it? No, wait. That's the door that leads out this side, doesn't it? Yeah, no, I don't care about that. We are already inside the fortress. It doesn't matter. To the forge. You have a name. Sorry.
I'll take care of this.
Who's left? I guess we may as well go check the underground docks, too. Everybody dies. You think I was joking, but I have a line. If I don't get to that line, I don't kill people in the games. I try to pursue the diplomatic option. But if you push me to that line, I'm going to kill y'all. And I'm not going to feel a single bit of remorse about it. The only problem I have is the fact that we're near the end of the stream, and I'm not going to have time to deal with all of them. That leads back up to the dungeons. Good. Kitchen, court, to the forge. No, we'll head back up. Much better than watching compulsory goody two-shoes. I like the negotiations. I like well-written negotiations. I like characters being able to talk down everything, and I like that. But if you're going to push me to the limit, Did y'all motherfuckers revive? Well, free loot, I guess.
These uns are in for a walloping.
Oh, they're all bunched up. Aloth, if you'd be so kind. please just go ahead and unleash that on them if you would, please. Please cast the spell faster. Plague Barbarian, who just talked no jutsu the boss in an adventure we have. Hey, it's always nice.
Would be a no.
Oh dear, is this gonna slow-mo kill them all? Oh, wait, why did it... There we go. It's like, why did it only hit one of them and then the spell effect dissipated? Oh, no, wait, there we go. I mean, if you're just gonna give me free money, game, I'm just gonna keep killing them. I don't know why you'd do that, though. And I do believe... Oh, yep, we gotta clear out this side. Then we have to clear out the ramparts. And the rest of the fortress. Oh, wait, that was... I am an idiot. We already went to the forge. I am an idiot. Alright, out the front door. They're all about to have a very bad day. In Pathfinder. Yep, splat, 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 splat. Jody, I hope your lantern's getting enough souls from this. Sup, everybody? How you doing? Y'all are about to have a very bad day. I might have to turn off the kill cams for this, because, this is starting to take a while just because of the cameras. Oh, he's on fire. And he exploded. One after the other.
I'm here.
Come on. Oh, yeah, okay, I was wondering why it didn't let me loot. Now I know. Oh, dear God. Everything's exploding.
You got the decency to die?
How may I help?
Aloth, don't let him escape. Just hit him with the middle of his missiles. There we go. Just hit him with the missiles. Those are good enough. Goodbye, No Nut Ned.
I'm here. Gladly.
Are we cleared? We're cleared. Take everything.
I'll handle it.
No mercy.
Nope, no mercy. Not today.
What can I do you for?
The Principe had 3 centuries to figure out what the hell they were doing, and they decided to fuck around and find out. Painting the stairs red. That's putting it mildly. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you think that this conversation didn't involve you?
There's a
here.
You're the jackass who doesn't want to talk to me. Kill him. Take the money. Who's left? Come on, who's left? Jesus Christ, people literally just exploding.
Death is the true atonement.
Bro is chilling on the wall and you just curb stop him. Correct. Does that say pirate? It says pirate.
This isn't you.
Anything? Okay. Nope. Give me your stuff. Give me all of your stuff. You guys are going to refill my coffers from this. Nope. Nobody up here. There we go. More pirates. Kill them. There we go. 2 down. 3. 1 more to go. Stab him with the... Stab him. Stab him. Come on, people. Oh, for the love of... Even against enemies vastly outleveled, they still go for Aloth first. Give me your shit. Give me all of it.
Tell me.
Yeah. Actually, could you just go ahead and blow that up for me? Thank you. There's stuff in there. I'll take that. Alright. That clears out this part. Where's the rest? I know there's more of you. Was there anyone down here? Nope. Nobody down there. Is there anybody down here? Nope. Nobody down here. I know there's more. Ahoy, Captain. I'll take the fruit. I'll take that. Goodbye. Oh, her first mate is gone. Although I suppose he probably came over to attack us when we initially came out. All right, clear out the ramparts. I can only imagine the dudes up here are watching down here and are just like, oh my god, we are probably fucked.
Will not go
Where you at? I know you guys are up here. There you are.
I shall deal with this one.
Attack! Got it.
There we go. There we go. Come on, take him down. I want everyone dead. Standing up, it must have been the wind. Oh god. It must have been the wind. Oh my god, there's a cat we see? It was all worth it. We found one of the missing pets. +1 perception, and party is less likely to be hit by enemies. Nice! It was all worth it. We saved a cat. Alright, who's left? I know there's more of you motherfuckers up here. Where are you at? Give me that. Really? I thought there were more guys up here. I could have sworn there were more of them up here. I'm actually kind of concerned now. Where the fuck you guys at? Really? There was just the 3 of them. Huh. Well, color me shocked. That's it for Fort Deadlight. I do believe that was every named character, and I mean, unless the game's gonna respawn them, which seems a little weird, but I'm guessing it partly will do that just so that you don't lose out on things. But yeah, that's it for Fort Deadlight. They're gone and dead. Aeldis, her entire crew, pretty much every one of her supporters. We will have to go to the Gullet and deal with her, deal with Mad Morena, plus pretty much anybody else down there at some point. Yeah, no, it's not respawning anybody. I want to walk back inside here and see if it respawns them again. Okay, no. That was a one-time thing. Everybody is dead. Fort Deadlight is now very, very dead. You see, Seraphin did not bitch at all during that, so I take this as a total victory. Fort Deadlight is now Fort Grave. Correct. What would have been hilarious is by doing that if they just removed Fort Deadlight. Like, it just... The figure stays on the map, but it just removes this and you can't land there anymore because everyone's dead. Alright. Fort Gravelight. Can we call it that? I like that. Fort Gravelight. Ah. Oh, no, you're not responding. That's fine. We'll deal with you in time. Ah. It feels good to let all of my collective frustrations out. We're gonna quick save real fast. Ferrante, do you have anything for me to say?
Meet with Aldis at Deadlight. You know what I'm hoping for.
Aldis rots, but I have the information you need.
Yes, that is exactly what I had hoped for.
He licks his lips, wiping away a bloodthirsty
Now
smirk.
that the unfortunate business of eliminating the traitor has been resolved, we can move forward in the grand scheme of things. What means had Aldis learned for how to summon Rivan's galleon at sea?
Speaking a Darkosi oath while holding Engolirio will draw Rivan near.
I know the words for which you speak, for they have been carved in my own heart. Io guri de protegere mat paladine me Darkoze iuer iusti regli mea Aurelia Darkozis eri. Gure quellioretto bon aimo i baffetta, e pure per cue ma odisenas fiaces mi converande.
That sounded so much better than when I said it.
I, above all, should have known, Nak. But what matters now is that we possess the needed pieces to acquire the Von Ferris turned floating hangman from Rivan.
Oh, that's what it was originally named. Why do I feel like I've never seen that brought up before?
I honor your loyalty here before the Consuelo. Were circumstances any other, we would feast and celebrate into reverie. But
Nice.
for now, we must continue with our pressing matters. The galleon's ability to control the weather around it can be used to calm the most dangerous storms. I wish to use the Fonferas to sail to Okaizo with a small fleet. Once there, we can determine what sort of force is causing the storms. We will eliminate it and commence building New Valia.
Now you want to do nation building. 3 centuries here of wasting everybody's time. And there's the ad. 3 centuries of wasting everybody's time, and you now decide, oh, now I'm going to be doing the nation building. Now I'm going to be doing this thing. I'm sorry, Ferrante. I really wanted to like you, especially at the beginning. I really was hoping that maybe I could find some way to reconcile you and the Nekatakans, because both of you have a chance to really help build each other up as an independent nation. One that could actually see to the Deadfire's needs, you and your ships, them and their traditions. Combined, the two of you could have been interesting and somewhat understandable as a faction. But all you've done is disappoint me at every single turn. You, the Consuelo, Captain Aldis, fucking Benwith. Every single encounter I've had with a Principe outside of Seraphin has been naught but annoyance and contrivance and, quite frankly, bloodthirsty stupidity on a massive scale. Ugh, dealing with you has been aggravating at the best of times, and dealing with you now has been utterly absurd. Aldis continued to be an anarchist to the moment she died, and you are a bloodthirsty, power-hungry psychopath who sees nothing more than the chance to solidify your control over just the Principe, and don't realize that your people could have had the home that they wanted if they had just spent 5 seconds to actually think about working with the Huana, rather than merely raiding them into non-existence.
Use the sword in hand, I see. Belfetto, take the sword to sea and use the Darkotsi Oath to draw out Rivan. Should you be successful in acquiring the ship, the Principe will await you near Andra's Motor.
Let me think
This
on
is
it.
not the time for hesitation, amico.
I'm sure you believe
the fleet regardless.
But did that... Yes. Okay, yeah. If I help the Principe deal with Lucia Ravan and acquire her ship, the Floating Hangman, that will formalize an alliance with me to help me reach Ukaizo. The Principi San Patrena are organized their forces at Balefire Beacon on the island of Dunnage. Gonna make a hard save here.
What remains of your soul?
Let me see here. The options insist you also have a fleet with you. Yeah. I mean, we do. We technically do. This is the point of no return.
I'm here.
Then it's time for it to be the point of no return.
You all to dust. Only I.
Aloth, Jody, if you would be so ever kind. Of course, they immediately go for Aloth. God damn it, Aloth. And he's going to die. Does let's taste magic in the air? Yeah. Go ahead and see if we can't paralyze him. Come on. I don't even know what's going on right now. Aloth, I need you to cast something. Anything that actually will help, please. Poor Cocoon. No, that's not going to help. Delayed Fireball. Tain's Chaotic Orb. That should work. Please paralyze them, for the love of God. AoE. I keep forgetting she doesn't have... Oh, right. Symbol of Aethys. Drop that right on top of us, Jody.
You won't show him the wing feather yet.
There we go. Stunned, paralyzed. And Aloth still went down. God damn it, Aloth. You will learn about defensive spells in Avowed, maybe. That would be nice. Please? Can we kill them? Thank you. Alright, Aloth, get up, buddy.
What can I do you
Oh,
for?
we're still in combat, aren't we? Oh, you fuckers are still alive. You were just caught in the fucking... That explains things. Does anyone else take some magic in the air? Yeah. You okay, Aloth? Healing received, max health. It's okay. Come on, Ferrante had to have had a unique on him, right? Oiled iron key. Ferrante kept this key well oiled to prevent rust. There it is. Ferrante's breastplate. Grants bodyguard, minus 10% damage taken. Ooh, grants nearby allies damage reduction, but the wearer takes increased damage. Grants vigilance. Grants additional concentration when combat starts. Plus 15% damage taken, yeah. Ferrante never renounced his commitment to the ideals of the Darkosi Paladini. He wore his breastplate as a symbol of enduring zeal. His devotion to the future of his people was never diminished by his own agendas, and he always considered himself to be the protector of the Principe as an emerging civilization. Well, then you failed fucking miserably at it, Ferrante. You failed miserably. Your ancestors failed miserably. 3 centuries of this bullshit. Until his end, he claimed that he was the best sort of friend and the worst sort of enemy. Time would prove him correct. First to the fight, gets it plus 10 to all defenses for 10 seconds at the start of combat. Nice. Love of life, 10% increased healing for all new rep. This is a true paladin armor, I will give him that. 50% of damage taken redirected to the caster as raw damage for 10 seconds. Oof. And vigorous protector. Additional 10%. Oh no, it reduces the amount of damage that the person takes, which is not bad. Alright, take it all.
Happy to... Uh-huh.
And with that, the Consuelo are fucking dead. All that's left is Mad Morena.
Nuts. Pardon me as I indulge myself.
Oh, we can't attack these people. So they must not be pirates if we can't attack them. That's how I'll logic it. Who's left? Oh, right. His office. Contains a pistol, a letter from Director Castle. Interesting. I have no interest in the details of your agreement with Mr. Kua, if indeed that is the creature's name, nor will I insult either of us by feigning interest in your accounts. Do with the cargo as you please. You have demonstrated a head for business, but I must caution you now against wastefulness. You are beyond my aid. You're now in a position where we must trust one another. I trust that you understand our bargain will do only so long as it is a benefit to the company. Just as I trust you to understand that the moment this ceases to be the case, I will not trouble either of us in seeking your excuses and apologies. I will forget your name, Mistere, and the company privateers will show you and your crew no more mercy than any other disreputable outlaw. I've enclosed a writ of your safe passage should you require it, express renewed hope that you may one day seek to rejoin us in a more civilized setting. Well, that's never going to happen. Alright, who's left? Anybody? Anybody at all? To the Balefire Tower. Have we been up here? I don't think we've been up here. This looks like evidence. Yeah, I think it's basically something you could have used against...
Your ignorant farmer winking at me.
Hello, everybody. You're about to have a very bad day.
I don't think I can pull...
Oh, you've lost reputation with the Principi... Wait, did I not lose reputation before? Oh, no, I did. Never mind. There's no point in waiting around for it, then. Just go ahead and... Can we disintegrate one of these guys, please? Zap. There we go.
Onward.
Pop. And then he exploded.
I'm here.
We've been up here, yes, but there are guys up here. Who's left? Oh. Hello? Attack? Thank you. Like that. All of you are dead. Every last pirate here is dead. I'll be taking your equipment. We're gonna have so much shit in our inventory by the end of this. Alright, did anybody respawn down here? Do I have to deal with anybody else? No. Good. On to the streets of Dunnage. Let's see. We're gonna start with the King's Coffin. Let me see here. Mineha, don't get involved.
I'm here.
Are you actually going to kill your way through the city? Let me answer that in this fashion.
You wanna hit someone, hit me. See him.
Mineha, Mineha, don't do it. Okay, if you want to fucking do it, we can do this. Fucking Aloth, you get fucked every single time we try to get into combat. There we go. You're the most boring character anyway. That is very true. Please go ahead and freeze all of them, Aloth. That would be great. He's gonna go down again, isn't he? Every time, every time! Jody. Thank you. Disintegrate that asshole, please.
Say your prayers.
Me too. Take a brush to that pirate of yours before he sheds his fur all over my things.
Well, I don't suppose there was any... Nope, dancer's outfit. Was there anything special on her at all? Or was Mineha truly... Yeah, Mineha had no equipment. That's just... I'll take the exceptional leather armor and everything else. Thank you.
You, didn't mean to do that, right?
No, I did. These are pirates. We're done with this. I'm done playing around. They're not pirates. Those are musicians. They can live.
Got it.
What's your name? You're a Dunwich Town person? That means you're a pirate. Get back here. Get back here.
Onward.
Goodbye. At least spare the hookers. They attacked me. They ran over here to attack me. The musicians can live. They're not pirates. This isn't you. Hit me a little hard. Hey, it's not affecting my reputation with any of them. It's just the game being stupid. I'll take the money. I'll take that. I'll take your clothes. I'll take all of it. Over to the Radiant Court. Shut up, Console Hot.
For someone who talks so much, you seem to care about very little.
Oh, apologies, lad. Didn't realize we'd be only ever speaking of subjects deep and meaningful.
Oh, don't strain yourself on my account.
I'm here. With
You're
relish.
right, man.
See, that's me.
That looks...
Aloth, how is it that you always manage to get hit by things? Always. Oh, dear God. They're coming from every direction, aren't they? Oh, that is a lot of people. Okay, Jody, if you wouldn't mind, please. Drop that right in front, please. They're still all going straight for Aloth. They're still all going straight for Aloth. The entire group there tried to pass by the entire melee to run towards Aloth. Not going to buy out the stock from the vendors? I thought we already did that. Oh, well.
Not sure I can.
If we didn't, we didn't. I really don't care anymore, Tenwin. They chose this path. They chose. Come on. Last one. Let's... Guys, why are we... Oh, because Adair is blocking the fucking path in. That's why. There we go.
Hey, good thinking.
I'll take that. Bro is getting his Slayer oath on. Dunwich Town person, that means you're Principe. Dunwich Town person, that means you're Principe. I love how it returns to the peaceful music the second we're done fighting. That's really kind of horrifying. Bakami, you were Principe, but you're blind now, so I'm gonna leave you be. How many of you are there? Oh god, they're respawning.
We got trouble, folks.
Come on, attack. Oh, nope.
I reap what I sow.
I mean, if you dumbasses want to come after me, that's your problem. And we're going to be done here in a few minutes. We're not going to be done with our slaughter of the Principi by the time this is over, unfortunately. We'll have to continue on Sunday, where I'll have 6 hours to do so. Nah, sorry. I changed my mind.
Shit, Cap.
Did you kill the sword lady too? Nope, she left. First mate, that means you're a pirate. There's an empty seat on the Consuelo. Yeah, there's more than an empty seat now, buddy. There's way more than an empty seat.
So our chartered rook got a bit of a wayward wind feel about anything in my...
What do you have? Immune to concept while carrying one or more injuries, mirror back, void ward. No, nothing that I really care about. Sunday, Bloody Sunday. Apparently, it's going to be a very bloody Sunday. Go ahead and switch to that real fast, please. Go ahead and shoot her. The weapons are good. Well, here's hoping some of them drop.
I'll have
I'll take that. I'll take that. Well, doesn't look like many of them dropped. Shame. Goodbye.
Be a fight. Now you be right screwed.
I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that. Wow, really? They didn't have any of their gear out down here? That kind of sucks. Oh well. More dead pirates.
Insufferable.
Let me see here. Townsperson, that means you. And you. And you. Take all that. Dutch town person, that means pirate.
The Watcher is a regular ship hunter.
And another one. Clear them out.
Ahoy.
Every pirate of the Principe is going down.
There's a walloping.
Give me that. Give me that. Can't take that. Anybody else? Yep.
Charge.
They keep respawning. I don't like this. I want to actually make the area clear, but it's not letting me. Respawning from the exits. I do believe that is the case. Try to find a peaceful solution if I can. Walks into the dead fire soaked in blood.
Onward.
I mean, it's infinite money at the very least.
I'll be chopping you to chum.
All right. I think that's it. Oh, no, wait. There's one right there.
Say your prayers.
What I do still find hilarious is that it won't actually lower my reputation. It just gave us negative. So now they're really fucking confused what's happening. Wow, I think they actually stopped spawning. You can't kill them all. That's where you're wrong, boyo.
I'll take care of this.
I think we actually did manage it because I'm not seeing any more coming in. But oh, no, I'm wrong. God damn it, game. Are you really going to do this to me? Are you really going to do this to me? Was that a book? Oh, Missives of the Hand Occult. Oh. Oh, look. More. To be fair, this is also the worst part of them doing actual world building. We know from the overworld map that there are only 1,200 people on this island, which means, theoretically, I could kill 1,200 NPCs and technically have killed everyone on the island.
Yeah? I trust you.
Okay, if I come back over here and there's more people, then we're leaving. Because that means that, yeah, no, they're just going to keep respawning. You cannot, you won't stand, you're correct. I do not have the patience for that. Okay, 1,500. 1,500. It would actually be hilarious if this number went down every time you killed an NPC in the area. That would actually be fucking funny as shit. Hello, everybody. You're all about to have a very bad day. Actually, we're going to rest first so that Aloth doesn't fucking die. It's not going to let me rest here, is it? Alright, fine. I know what we can do then. Aloth, you're going to go stand in a corner so that you don't die, all right?
What's wrong with you?
Swear to God, stop letting them do that. Oh, the humanity. Challenge acquired. Lower the number to 0. I am not going to stand here and kill 1,500 people, like Lord to Tenwin. Like, that's just not feasible. Oh, God. Is it still going to spawn more of them? Come on, game. Don't do that to me. Well, I do believe that's every named character in the entirety of the area. Except for Two-Eyed Pim, who apparently dis-a-fucking-peered at some point, because I didn't see him anywhere in the Consuelo. But that's going to have to be where we stop for today. We will continue our rampage against the Principe next time, and we will figure out who we're going to side with formally in the War for the Deadfire. Brutal rampages do sometimes feel very good. Covered in blood. We're going to be returning to the ship, and everyone else is just going to be staring at my character the entire time. Like, yeah, no, they deserved it. I'm done being nice to people who are being such assholes. I'm sated for violence. I'm sure you are, Lord Brown Bear. Let's see if we can find somebody to raid real fast, and then I will head out for the day. Good Lord. Who's on right now? Xander! Xander is on. We haven't raided him in a while. He hasn't been on recently. We're going to go ahead and raid into Xander. We ran into him when we were doing the Rogue Trader streams. He was also playing Rogue Trader at the time. Looks like he's doing some kind of puzzle game right now. And it looks like he has a new chibi avatar, so good for him. We're going to go ahead and raid into him. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for spending time with me. Hope you all have had a glorious day and a glorious stream. I will see you all on Sunday. Oh, by the way, since I forgot to clarify, the official debut, I'll be making a post about it on Twitter in the next few days. The official debut, 2nd of February, next Sunday after this one. I should have everything by then. If not, we're doing it anyways. The only thing that's missing is the emotes. They've just been delayed because of the animations. Regardless, 2nd of February, absolute. That is the debut. I'm going to be making some Twitter posts over the next few days to give a hint at the model, but I won't show the whole thing until we get to that stream. I hope you'll have a great day and a great weekend, and I will see you on Sunday. Have a good one, guys.